This Friday's A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan podcast is brought to you by
the Bart Merrick team. It's Bart Merrick. It's Crystal Van. They are super experienced realtors that will give you awesome customer service. And also, they know the market. They know all the tips and tricks.
Bottom line, nice people, humans, good humans.
Either save you money or help you make more money on your house sale.
Yeah.
Because they could do both if you're buying or selling. Also, anywhere in Florida, even outside of Florida, they can refer you to a great other realtors that they work with that are trusted as well.
You don't want to make a mistake, though. You want to do it right. And especially with both of them eagle-eyeing what you're doing, you're going to get a good experience.
Speaking of experiences, Dylan had his experience with Bart and Crystal. How you doing, Dylan?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
Good, man. Thanks for the time. So tell us a little bit about what you did with the Bart Merrick team.
Oh, also, Dylan moved into my old stomping grounds in Deltona, right, Dylan?
Yeah, I actually got most of my information about Deltona from the old king of Deltona. So.
Hey, you were working with the king? My God.
Also, what about that information wanted to make you move there?
Well, you see, I didn't say it was accurate information. I got most of it from you back in the day.
I'm just joking. Deltona's fine. It's just a suburb of Florida.
It is.
And my house in Deltona was awesome. Anyway, so Dylan, how was your experience with Bart and Crystal?
Man, it was amazing. We went into it not knowing anything. We're first-time home buyers. We were on a truncated timetable. Our old house we were renting, and that fell through. So we really only had a few weeks to find a house.
Wow.
And, got in there and being a first-time home buyer, so really not even knowing where to start. But
it's amazingly scary when you've never purchased a home before. Like I'm
You're
not
like, what? I don't even have this much money.
Yeah, it's hard to. It does seem like a scary process.
Like, I'll never have this much money.
So they helped you. They helped you find something, huh?
Yeah, man. I think Bart was on vacation in the beginning, so we were dealing mostly with Crystal, but she walked us, we found a first house that ended up having a bad roof, so that fell through, and within 3 or 4 days, we had another house and an offer in, and we had a lot of issues with our lender, and Crystal ended up contacting them directly and going back and forth and kind of figuring out right at the deadline everything that we needed. We would have been kind of screwed without her. So
well, the crow will make it go. That's the way it works. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen before where this guy's not doing anything, and you get Crystal on it. It'll happen.
She'll solve the problem.
She'll solve the problem.
She solves all my problems. I don't know. That's why I never mention it, but every problem I have, and there's a lot of them, and she solves them all.
You're talking to a man that wears his socks for 2 days.
Dylan, thanks so much for using Bart and Crystal. Also, if you ever want to come in and watch a show,
yeah, man, come on in.
If that promotion's been going on for 10 plus years now,
really
we've been working with Bart for 10 years.
So,
and he's helped thousands. It's got to be over 1,000 now.
It is.
It's
got to be. I mean, we're going to be dancing around the 900s.
500, yeah, maybe not.
No, it's more. I think it's more than 500.
Yeah, you're right. It's an average of they do an average of 52, 55 houses a year.
And there's sometimes when it's just BDMs.
Anyway, so Dylan, thanks so much. Just shoot us an email if you want to come in and watch the show.
I appreciate it, guys, and I appreciate y'all building such a cool community of sponsors and watering holes and everything. It makes everything a lot easier when you're moving into a new area if you have a bunch of contacts already.
It does. Cool. We're fucking awesome.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah. Why don't you suck my dick?
It's military, us, COVID nurse. Yeah. Then firefighters have dropped a lot way down there.
Yeah, don't even get me started on cops.
Professional pickleball players.
I don't even know. Cops, what are you? Just some sort of no-fun army?
All right, Dylan.
Man, I used to be a cop, and they're definitely at the end of the list.
Yeah, I know. Hold on. Get me going.
You're going to take my flag now.
I'll cut that out.
All right. All right, Dylan. We'll talk to you later.
Y'all have a good one.
It's BartTheRealtors.com.
Tom and Dan both like cops.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey, it is another A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer's here. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
On the couch presenting, could be anything at this point. It could be a...
Confrontation.
Could be. It could be news. It
Could be a salutation.
Could be a salutation. Could be how to lose weight and look great. You know, you maybe get some tips from him. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Orlando Talk Show, featuring himself, Mr. Ross McCoy.
Yeah, don't lose weight, guys. It sucks. Just stay fat.
Yeah.
You're way better off.
I'm trying to get Tom to get fat again.
Yeah, Fat Tom was fun.
People liked Fat Tom
He took
better.
a bite of a hot dog this week and screamed, Fat Tom is back. And then I said, the black guy from the Phillips file, and nobody knew what I was talking about. There you go. But hey, welcome to the show, everybody. Tracy's sitting in with us. She brought us her mom's taco salad. Can't give you the recipe.
Don't say that.
Can't talk about the recipe because it is a secret, but we're glad to have you here.
We have brand new merch on our website. At this point, it's weeks old, so it's not.
Buy those Flex Fit hats because those
Yeah.
have not moved a lot.
I need some of those.
We need to get rid of that inventory.
Is it the
Goes good with a dry fit shirt.
Is it the independent Flex Fit?
Yes, the independent.
It's
logo.
weird that those aren't selling. It's just a standard black hat with a cool logo on it. So, and then if Merchman will send me some, because I forget to ask for one.
He's sending us a package. next
He
week.
is busy boy. He is a busy
Oh,
man.
and while you're there, go to justcallmo.com because he also ships out Mo's merch, and the new Mo Silipints are in. So if you want to grab one of those, free.
Silipine
I think,
is,
maybe.
I do
Hold
not-
on, I could be lying.
I do
I
I think
not
you have to
like,
pay for shipping.
I
You
hate
have
the
to pay
term
for shipping?
Silipine.
That sounds right.
I hate
Why?
it. It sounds like some sort of medical device.
Silly.
It sounds like
it's a silly pint.
It sounds like Picard's going to battle them real soon.
The Silipine. Yeah, it does sound.
Call it a rubber cup.
Thank you.
That's what I call it.
Ew,
I'm drinking out of
rubber.
Rubber cup.
Well, the rubber cup that would get confusing at my bedside, though.
That's right.
Oh, I gotta fix Ross's camera here.
No, it's $5 for shipping there.
Can you fix this mic stand too? Because it is 1 inch short of where I wanted to be.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
going to
no,
drive me
it's-
fucking crazy.
I can help you.
You got to lean forward, bro.
This is
Go,
the new,
go, gadget mic stand.
These are the new Rogan.
Oh shit! Yeah,
That's
there we
a
go.
little better.
That's
for
sweet.
you.
That's the
There
sweet
you
spot
go.
right there.
Speaking of
Not
Mo,
free. $5
It's not, but
for
I just
that
want Dan to be
Silipine.
cool.
These are our new Red Rogan mic stands. Okay.
the Just Call Mo Comedy Jam is going to be at Tuffy's at the Tuffy's Music Box. That's going to be September 15th. You can go to mocomedyjam.com and get your tickets. I know Daniel and I are going to be out there.
Yeah.
Ross is going to be hosting it.
A lot of people
It was a great
I know
time
are
last year.
planning on coming out there. I've had a bunch of listeners ask me if we're going to be out there. We will absolutely be out there to
You got
support our good friend Mo.
You got Captain Wright opening, one of
Okay.
our best new comics
Yes.
on the scene.
Trying to get him on the show.
Fresh
Yeah.
20-year-old comic, hilarious. You got Amy LaCours, a great comic in town, does classes all over town. If you've taken like a free comedy class at the library, it was probably Amy LaCours. She's hilarious. Then you got Sabrina, you got Ross, and Kevin Dean.
Yeah,
you got
Kevin
Mr.
Dean.
407, Kevin Dean coming in. You've
Awesome.
probably seen him on TikTok. It's going to be a great
Yeah.
show.
And the best part is tickets are $15 and all proceeds go to Yellow Brick Road. So it's a charity
they
event.
do, though?
It's-
What do they really
so
do?
when you buy your ticket to this great comedy show and come hang out, we'll all be there.
Well,
you
that's
get
the
to-
lowest tier, right, Tom? There's tiers to this.
Oh yeah,
thing.
well, there's VIP.
There's a general admission plus, which is $50. So you get the Mo merch gift bag, and then you got the VIP admission and the VIP seating where you get free drinks, extra special Mo merch, and a signed poster for $100. All the proceeds go to Yellow Brick Road.
There
Oh,
you
that's
go.
perfect. Yeah. I mean, if you're a company, buy the
You're a
tickets
company.
and write them off. Oh, we are already going, and that
yeah.
us. I mean, we're
Are
giving.
you getting us the VIP?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We'll
I want to be
sit-
back there with the smoke machine.
Last time I had to stand in the corner. I could barely see David Jolly.
I want to be working the smoke machine.
All right. So, real quick.
Yeah. Uh-oh. When
Which means it's not going to be quick.
when he does it real quick, have you ever noticed he puts his hands on the table and then he pushes the papers away from him as if
Yeah.
he can't have any distractions around him?
That's true.
And the only reason I'm not saving
You're rubbing
this-
your head too, which means you did something bad with company money. When he does
Yeah,
this,
the mid-forehead rub.
when he does the
Yeah.
mid-forehead rub, that's him trying to push the mistakes he's made in
Oh,
our
yeah.
business bank
Ew.
account out of his head.
That's if I ever have to apologize to one of my kids, my hand goes right. If I fucked up that bad, my hand goes right to the mid
I
forehead.
do the eye.
Yeah.
I do the eye.
Yeah.
I was gonna save save this gripe for our next wife cast.
Yes.
But
You can't wait that long.
Were you going to save this gripe for when you close out 60 Minutes?
So, but I am not going to save it because I'm going to tell you guys what happened on Monday's BDM show. So this is a advertisement for anybody that wants to sign up to become a BDM. You will hear the result of what I'm about to tell you on Monday. Which I'm sure it's going to be something. There's no way it's going to be nothing. Anyway, so Crystal...
There's no way it's not going to be nothing. That's a t-shirt.
And maybe I will have a great time, and I'll be like, well, I was wrong. I just doubt
I don't know
it.
what
I
your... I don't. I literally am trying to think trying to guess what you're talking about.
Have you to date had a great time doing anything?
Great question.
Now, I have. Let's slow down just a touch. And again, I'm not trying to make this any longer than we need to, but there were some context clues that fell out as this happened. The forehead rub, right? Then I'm not going to have a good time. Then it's not going to be nothing. And then he said one word, and he just said Crystal, and then his thought stopped. I'm scared. I'm a little scared, but I already can guess that you're going to try to blame something on your wife.
Well, when you're already going into a situation saying probably not going to have a good time, you're probably not going to have a good time.
You're setting the tone. Okay, start from the beginning.
Well, the very beginning is that I've been trying to be a better husband. Okay,
how so? I need examples.
By setting the bar super low to begin with.
Right, so anything's 1% better.
I didn't want to say this because he told me not to say this, but let's give it up for the guy that wore his socks for only one day.
Oh, wow. But today, no socks. Just cracked, dirty feet.
It's Business Friday.
I forgot about that, or I might not have come in. That was the most disgusting thing I've seen on the internet in years.
You're right, Ross. If the 1,000-pound sisters eat one carrot, it's like, well, it's something. Anyway.
They're so funny. They're 1,000-pound sisters. I love them.
So anyway, I've been trying to make an effort to listen to Crystal about because I was like, what if I did
what Sam tells me to do?
What she's acting like, could my life be so much better? Like,
sure.
Could I
What if I tried?
Give it a go.
Like in every sitcom when a character decides, I'll just do the opposite of what I normally would do.
Like a Anyway, so
I was waiting for him to scream.
So I was a couple days ago. I have this. I'll tell the story later. I went for a Facebook Marketplace deal all to Tampa.
Did you notice I didn't say a word about it? Have you noticed that I have not passed judgment on this at all?
I'll tell
not even one word.
What was it? A trike or a stand-up jet ski?
No, it was forward.
You're in the right vein.
So close.
You're in the right vein.
For my sons.
You were dancing all around
it. It's for my boys.
Anyway, I'll tell you that story later. But I normally would be very agitated at myself and everybody around me, and then come home in a bad mood. And I was like,
but this was the 10,000th time it's happened, so you're kind of used to it.
That and it makes the whole family in a bad mood if I'm in a bad mood.
Yes,
right?
You're catching on.
Are you serious? Really?
Yeah,
Are you? You're the mood setter, of the house?
Oh yeah. I'll not even say anything. I'll just come and sit down, and then Chris is like, "You're driving everyone crazy with your horrible mood."
Now wait a minute, but this wouldn't happen. This is a side note, but I don't think this would happen if you guys didn't have to do everything together at all times.
That's also true.
It wouldn't jump off.
I'm just sitting.
Just go your separate. If you're in a bad mood, I go away. I just I'm in a bad mood. I'm going away. That way the girls.
Can't. They're all codependent.
Yeah, I don't want.
Why are you ignoring your family?
I don't want to pull you into the trough. You know what I mean? That's what my therapist says. Don't pull them into the trough.
Anyway, trying to be a better husband.
Yeah, okay.
I got some tulips. Anyway,
he did. He bought some tulips
at Publix.
Buy one.
By the way,
the other tulip. No, the other tulip.
It wasn't the buy one get one for your roses. I walked past that. Anyway, so I forgot that. I got that text later from Tracy. So anyway. I get a text, and this is in the context of trying to be a better husband. I get a text yesterday that says from Crystal she's like, I don't want to tell you my idea because you always shit on my ideas, so I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, from Daniel, signed Daniel.
My first thought was you could have just thought that, and we would have gone about our lives if that. or
You guys
this is a deliberate attempt for me to say, I'm not going to shit on it. Tell me what you're thinking.
But then it's going to be so shitty you can't help yourself, right?
No. Okay.
Because I feel like you guys
it's
are both
not.
doing fulfilling prophecy. Like you're saying, there's no way I'll have a good time doing this. And she's saying to you, there's no
Right.
way you're not going to shit on this.
Right.
Like,
But-
I feel like this is going to go poorly from jump.
By the way, even that statement is flawed because I don't shit on good ideas. I'm not a crazy.
You'll find a way. You'll find a way.
It's just that you don't have them, babe.
I'm not a
If
crazy.
they're not Tom's ideas, then
Throw
they're
it
not
out.
good.
Throw it at your fat. Throw it at your
Or
fat.
he'll take your idea, shit on it, then present it as himself,
No.
his own idea, and then it's great.
That's a
that's
dumb
called
idea. Are you on PMS?
Sam, with all due respect,
Are you on the rag?
Sam, that's called the radio host, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
That's the radio
I
host.
work with two.
I modified
One.
I modified 5%, so it's mine.
Yeah. It's plagiarism.
I'm trying to decide if you do not want to be identified as a radio host or if you don't think Tom is one. I can't make up my mind.
Yeah.
So anyway, and again, if anybody tells me a good idea, I will be like, wow, good idea.
You have never said that once in your life.
heard you say
is that my fault?
He does that.
That's my fault. That's all I'm saying. Whoa.
I have a feeling you think you've said it to yourself, right? Like you've said it to yourself, like, wow, that's a good idea.
No, I'll tell them. I'm like, that's a good idea. If it's good.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Maisie is incessantly calling out Andrea for being a faker. And Maisie thinks her mom is completely fake, her whole persona.
No, Max is says that about me too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's my personality? and then he's like, Tommy's like it too. I'm like, see, we're born this way.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she's like, she texts me this. So obviously,
What was your response to that, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, obviously, again, going
He
back
rubbed his
to
forehead.
Starts with a rub.
I knew, before I even went into my response, I'm like, well, I know I have to say, no.
This is a trap.
Tell me your idea. And then I'm stuck.
Wait, I thought it was yeah.
No.
It's both.
I'm
both.
saying yeah.
They both mean the same thing, by the way.
Oh, wow. Now we're learning. Anything that comes in threes out of Tom's mouth.
I've heard that. No means yes.
Yep.
So
I've heard that.
I know that I have to then say, tell me your idea.
Do you say it like that? 'Cause that's
Now
real
you're saying it like a
condescending,
baby.
bro.
You're saying it like a baby.
No.
Tell me your idea.
Okay, little baby.
I'm just like, no. I'm like, what is it? And then I defend myself a little bit. I'm like, I don't always shit on your ideas. Like, well, why is that coming up?
Just the bad ones, which is all of them.
Yeah.
I can't help that.
And by the way, even by
Stop
you
explaining.
Well, hold on, because this is what I did think about. I'm like, by you even starting this way, you know that I'm not going to like it, because if it was truly a good idea that you know I would like,
But
then
not-
you would be excited to tell
But
me.
not every good idea has to be something you like.
No, yeah,
Facts.
that's true. That's true. But is it good? Who's it good for?
Could be good for her.
Absolutely nothing. Say it again. War. What is it good?
Take a second, though.
It's obvious it's not good for me. I know that. because of your text.
Only a person that would say, well, who is this good for? Like, I feel like you are showing your true selfishness in saying that, right?
I didn't want no.
Because you're assuming you're assuming
nothing has been texted back.
But
to
you're
me.
assuming if it's not good for you, then it's a bad idea, which doesn't have to be the
Right.
case.
You're right, and I will.
Oh my God! I never get anything right on the show.
No, and listen, I'll sacrifice myself for the good of anybody. If someone like
You will.
if anybody here, even
You're
you
selfless,
guys,
you are.
If you're like,
You're generous.
if you invite me to somewhere, or I go with you to something that you
Wedding.
like. No, that's a
Yeah.
different. Something happened.
You had a year notice.
I had COVID.
No, you didn't. You went to Colorado for the 100th time.
I don't think
God damn
COVID was around.
It was not.
It
In
absolutely was.
I think it was
2015.
like 5 years before
The early
COVID or
one.
something.
The early one.
Yeah, you
I
were
knew I had it.
You said you never believed in COVID.
He did. He says that now.
That's for a different show. It's my new
That's
show.
the secret show. Oh, wait, that's the new show.
Anyway, so nothing's been text back yet. I'm thinking.
Okay.
All these
All
things.
right, we're fleshing it out.
Yeah.
Before we even get to the request, but take a second though. Put yourself in her shoes. Imagine what it took. Imagine her life with you to this point, to where she feels that she has to preface. She's had this idea, and she's like, I want to come and present it to my husband, but to even break through his fucking shell, I have to. I'm saying you're thinking like you when you go shake your head like that. Put yourself in her shoes. What has she been through to think she even needs to do this?
God Ross is here. Jesus,
to approach you like this. What has she been through?
No, I understand, but I'm
going to do it anyway.
I contend she hasn't been through that much.
We walk with you. We know what even the minuscule of what we have to put up with.
When you say I understand, I disagree.
Well, it's hard for me to understand the other side of it.
There you go. There you go. That's better.
Like, I know what racism is, but I really, I can't understand.
I got to experience it. Write that down, Dan.
Like, no one's ever been racist to me, so I'm
bring it up. I got racist too the other day.
I'm not going to pretend like I know how it feels.
No, I got racist too. It was fun. We'll tell that's later.
So anyway,
put it on there.
Anyway, so I text back, "What's your idea?"
No, that is the best. That is the best thing to say. Don't address anything else. Don't read into anything else. Don't project.
It's a good start.
Keep I would have been like, "That's not true, babe. Tell me what your idea is." You got to start it with a nicety.
Well, I know it's true.
Yeah, but the niceties. Remember,
and she knows I know it's true.
Remember, too much of a pendulum swing here is not going to be a genuine response. So I think he did okay in just not yelling the shitty part that you wanted to, and just going like, "Hey, what's your idea?"
But the person who would respond with a nicety, Sam, has not positioned their partner to where they have to approach their partner like this in the first place.
She wouldn't be there. Right?
No, he's not going to respond with a nicety. At least he's asking a question.
Yeah,
that's great.
okay. So I say not bad.
Yeah.
So she tells me, "How about on Saturday night?"
Whenever a woman, especially that you're married to, says "how about," it's an all in. You gotta go. You gotta go all in.
It's written in blood.
You just gotta do it. He knows. I know. And did you when you heard "how about," did you go all in without even looking any further? You gotta go all in without even looking any further.
But also, I know that she's presenting this as she's asking me.
She's not asking. This is what you're doing.
This is
and that's okay.
And by any I don't even know what it is yet, but I know that if I at all try to throw any negativity at it or question any of it at all, that I'm going to be the monster that everybody portrays me as. And then I'm
You're a horrible.
Also, the fact that you role play with your boys as a quote unquote monster.
Yeah, you are.
It's my only character.
He does, guys. He does.
What about
two
Drunky?
fucking.
Bring Drunky.
No,
back.
he does two fucking impressions. He does monster. He does the Sheik, and he's phasing out the Sheik. Okay.
He doesn't even.
The
go
Sheik
full
is slightly racist, and he's phasing out the Sheik. But the monster is all in.
Frankenstein standing on the riverbank, and he's like, "I know if I throw this little girl in the river, everybody's going to act like a monster." yeah, Frankenstein, we are.
So anyway,
it's you guys. Not me.
I know whatever's about to be said, I'm committed already. I cannot.
Absolutely.
And then I have to pretend like I have to like it.
So you're doing it right. What the problem here isn't what you're doing.
But I have no choice.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
You always tell me to keep my mouth shut. How come you can't?
Yeah.
No, I can.
Okay, good. You have to in this scenario.
You're fighting your chains. Just let the chains drag you down.
But I have to get it out to someone.
That should be the name of the show. Just let the chains drag you down.
I have to tell someone. I tell you guys.
Okay,
I told you to get a goddamn therapist.
No, this is it. We're doing it.
So, too expensive. You guys will take
no
it.
shit.
It's free here.
It is not.
Anyway, so.
And then your insurance stops covering. It only covers like 9 sessions.
Mine doesn't even take insurance.
Get your brain right by then. Come on.
So she's like, "How about on Saturday night?" Because
hold on,
the conditions are right.
Ain't all right. Nighttime is the right time. Dookie.
She's like,
I love it when Sam does that. I don't even know what it is.
Because she's like, "It's perfect conditions right now."
Yes, put it in the butt.
We'll take the inflatable kayak.
Yeah,
oh, you hate those things.
Are you gonna fuck your wife?
Bioluminescence. Mosquito City. Oh, you're gonna get 8 though.
This is a great idea.
But the thing I know, here's the thing I know about bioluminescence. The only time you see it is on a tour. When you do it yourself, it's not there. It doesn't work.
This is even better. And for those of you who say that I'm only the bad one, so she says bioluminescence, and I got.
Hold on, is this the full family?
Just us,
Sam,
me, Max, Tommy.
I thought it could have been a romantic bioluminescence.
No,
that is the silliest question you've ever asked. You just said it not even 5 minutes ago.
I thought he was trying to be a better husband.
They sleep together, they travel together, they journey together, they adventure together. together.
And by the way, if it was only Crystal, I would be like, hell no. The only
What
reason
happened
she
to
got
trying
me-
to be a better husband?
I'll cut that out.
Well, because I'm like, you don't even want to do this. You're doing this for the kids, which she knows that I do anything for my sons. Another adventure too, which she
This is
propositioned
some
it as another
top-tier
adventure.
manipulation, man.
Yeah. Because she's like, I know. I think she even said, like, I know you like adventures. How about, like, she even tried leading the witness.
Yeah, that's what Andrea does to me to get me to do shit.
How about let's take our kids out to sea at night?
I've been on one of these at night in July, and you're gonna hate your life.
What? The only thing missing from that was a back to you.
I almost kicked the light down.
I saw you look at it.
Sam. What do you? If you know, I know. We all know.
Were you looking to destroy something in that moment?
He did. He looked at the light, then looked at the wall, then looked down at his toes.
Sam's telling me it's going to be miserable.
I told you guys about this when I did it.
The whole starter.
hated
I know. I remember.
Yeah, she said, and then like it's
Anyway,
not even a guarantee
It's 2
that you get
hours
to
of
see
torture.
anything.
No.
Because you go out there and it's
Mosquito crazy.
sometimes it works, sometimes it
They're
doesn't.
like a manatee might push you over in your kayak. I'm like, what the fuck? That's a new fear
Also,
unlocked.
it's not Cool Breeze Lagoon.
No, it's hot as shit, dude. You're gonna be sweating your ass
It's
off.
not Magical Moon Lagoon.
Oh, I'm writing that down.
That's the name of the show.
Fucking Mosquito Lagoon.
Yeah.
Like, even whoever named that knew it would be bad for tourism.
Also, the term lagoon sounds like a place that you dump all the mosquitoes. Right? He's like, put the bag of
mosquito
mosquitoes in the lagoon. What's a lagoon? It's a bag of mosquitoes.
The most hated of all insects.
It
They
is.
named an entire lagoon about it because there was no other appropriate name. Anyway. So
that's Saturday night?
Hold on. Yeah. So then Crystal then tells me, because my first question, just like you, was, how do we know where to go? Because you're telling me, because,
Right.
what do we just go to a boat ramp and then paddle out to the fucking Indian River?
Now slap your paddle in the water. Oh, look, it lit up. Okay, let's go home.
Can we do this on the shore?
The ocean's not that big. Come on.
Well, it's not it's the river. It's the
It's
Indian
even
River.
less.
Yeah, it's wide as fuck.
It is
there.
pretty damn wide.
And the Mosquito Lagoon, I take my boat out there running around crazy. Anyway, it's gigantic. And there's also a fucking bunch of alligators in there.
Yeah. And manatees.
Which, like, I thought you motherfuckers are supposed to be in the freshwater.
They like the in-between sometimes.
Will an alligator bite an inflatable kayak?
Yes.
Fucking shark.
Right now they will. They're fucking crazy.
So, anyway.
Is the heat making them wacky?
Yeah, dude. They get hot and they get frisky.
Oh, I want wacky alligators.
So I'm like, well, where are we going to go? Because I'm sure it's just not everywhere. Is it everywhere? It's a fucking
and you guys don't
goddamn
ever do anything where you like go on the tour. Like you always have to do it yourself, where you end up like loading your kayaks out of somebody's like backyard,
Well,
and then you're in the thing, and it's like,
that's a direct result to she bought me these inflatable kayaks for my birthday one year.
The adventure kayaks,
and
yes.
then we only used them that one time where we
Right.
got lost in the
And you
Wakaiba
had to
River.
push
and
it through.
I had to drink my cooler water.
How did you get lost in the Wakaiba River?
Oh, no,
They missed like an exit.
No, it was just longer than we thought, and
yeah,
the
they
fucking
were just floating in the reeds.
the inflatable canoe, your ass is dragging the ground.
I don't think that's supposed to happen.
I'm hitting logs.
You gotta pull that thing up more.
It's just so fucking droopy.
It's not supposed to be droopy. I've been in one.
It's all droopy.
That's user error.
No, they may not be the finest of inflatable kayaks. you know?
It's an Alibaba.
Yeah, they're a little Baba-ish.
Maybe Fat Tom's closer than you think.
No, it's just they're not good. I've seen them. They're not.
Like you gotta blow them, and then the more like you blow them super tight, so they'll be more rigid, but they get stretched. So the next time it's just more and more.
This is going to go exactly like in Hawaii when you guys were looking at the goddamn
Don't talk about
stingrays or whatever the hell.
I screamed, "Why are we on kayaks again?" Anyway, so I'm
you
like,
also vowed, and I'll have to fucking
Yes,
the show.
I know I vowed.
Well, you screamed, "I'll never get in this
Oh,
motherfucker
you know
again."
they haven't cleaned them. They're going to be mildew crazy.
Can you remind me after the show to go to the kayak show where you use him the one time and pull him screaming, "I'll never fucking do this again," so I can have it next week.
Yeah.
I just need it. I need to do that.
So-
note to self.
So I was like, "Where do we go?" And then she's like, "The tour." I found out where the tours go out.
Yeah, and you follow them. They love that. They love that. They love it when you're
Oh
stealing from the
my
tour.
God.
Yes.
shoot you with rock salt like the goddamn.
And, dude, there's a BDM. There's a BDM that does the tours.
I know. I remember. I saw his email. He wanted to advertise.
He was a hookup for a little bit.
He gave it to us for free.
So now you're stealing from it.
Wow.
No, but I can't. No. If we talk about it, it was a trade. Anyway.
You're saying how bad it is.
I'll tell you. Who knows? Who
knows?
If it's free, I'll tell you.
First he said now he says who knows.
What is it? What is it? It's just a little bit of light in the water, right?
Okay, well, you
know what's more impressive? You know what's more impressive? A mag light under a titty. Do something like it's stupid. It's just stupid.
So first,
bioluminescence.
Way cooler.
We'll get to the bioluminescence part of it because I got a whole theory about that too. But going back,
we know what it is.
I'm like, you can't
look it up.
I'm telling Crystal, you can't follow the tours. Like they charge for this.
Sure, you could. It's just a real prick move.
I'll yell at you.
I'll tell you.
They don't own the water.
Fuck out of here.
Andrea's dad let Maisie ride his kayak in for the Manatee tour in Crystal River, and they were like, "Oh, okay," but I'm virtually certain that no, you're stealing.
That's right.
You're stealing.
But even if you're far away from them, you
can still hear.
You're going where they know the trade secrets. You're stealing the trade secrets.
It's not illegal, but it is very trashy.
Yeah.
And then she's like, okay, we won't do that. We'll just find them ourselves. We'll go out into the
you'll never do that. You guys are too dumb to do that. You can't do that.
And by the way, 9:00 at night, and then she's like, and it's a perfect day on Saturday because there's no moon out until later, so it's pitch black. And then I'm like, all right.
That's great. Bring two small little boys out in the pitch black ocean.
So,
perfect.
If your ass is hitting the ocean bottom, Tom, you should definitely bump up the exercise a little bit. Yeah.
So let's get to the bioluminescence. So the reason why I know for a fact that the bioluminescence isn't as cool as the pictures you see online is because they use special filters and different exposures to make bring the bioluminescence out to make it look more incredible.
Yeah. Any professional photograph is retouched in some way usually.
And I know this for a fact because Crystal's sister went to Iceland on this huge grandiose trip to see the Northern Lights, and then she stayed in some cabin, and then when she saw the Northern Lights, she said they were less impressive in person.
Yeah. Well, it's different at different times of the year.
And then even the guide told, it's like, there's this trick I'll show you on your cell phone that it brightens them up and makes them look better in the picture. So you have to do this.
It's like the TVs at Best Buy. They put them all on Vivid, and you buy it, and you get it home, and it is a hunk of shit.
And so the internet has ruined Northern Lights and bioluminescence because they portrayed it better than it is in real life.
So when you actually see it, it's kind of meh.
It's under impressive.
It's like the Mona Lisa. It's like you think it's humongous, you go there, you see it's tiny, and you're like, man.
NASA does the same thing with their star photos, and you get to Sirius B, and you're like, this fucking sucks.
So,
you're right.
So there's no way that we're going to be out there and it's going to be a goddamn light parade of bioluminescence. Oh my God, there's going to be a dolphin swimming. It's bright blue, fluorescent green bioluminescence splashing everywhere. I'm like, we're going to be barely seeing it. Like, did you see it? If I look close enough.
It's always portrayed in animation as a whale going through and then pulling the stars along.
Yeah. While mosquitoes eat our balls off the entire time. And guess what? A brisk 98 degrees at 9 p.m.
So now we've heard all the Tom of it all. Again, put yourself in Crystal's shoes. Do you think that's what she wants? Do you think she wants to paddle out there and see a Disney light show and fucking no, she wants you and her two kids to get out in the fucking ocean and fuck around and find the fucking goddamn glowing seaweed or not. You guys get out there, do some shit together, all have the same experience. Whether or not it's being eaten alive by fucking mosquitoes, a co-experience together, and then you guys have a story and a shared... I
don't think that's what she wants.
Okay,
I know what
Crystal.
You know what she wants? She wants him and the boys to go there, and she wants him to complain the entire time and then get the boys complaining about it, and then they get in a fight and then pull it all the way down to the fucking shit. Just pull it into the
my ass is dry.
She wants you to go there and complain that shit, Dad. Just complain it to part.
I forgot about Crystal as the devil theory.
Yeah. She wants it just no. Of course she doesn't want that. Yes, she wants an adventure. She wants you guys to go there and have a good good time. But I do
Now,
agree with
Could
you.
care less about whether the ocean glows or not.
Yeah,
she
probably
just wants to
doesn't
get out in the goddamn sea with you and the boys.
Hold on. You don't go to the theme parks without riding a goddamn
Are you doing a Ric Flair? Are you doing a Ric Flair reference?
I'm just saying,
If you want to ride Space Mountain, the line starts.
You go and you park and you spend all the money to have the 35 seconds of fun, and that's what I expect that she expects.
you
Is
think
she
that-
wants to see the goddamn
Let me ask you something.
bioluminescence go crazy.
Now, hold on. We're going to also have to sit here and say that you can't shit on this when every single one of your adventures has ended terribly. You just talked about a couple weeks ago how you almost killed your friends in a thunderstorm on your boat. Did she not put up with that bullshit?
Yeah.
And was your co-captain the whole time?
Well, they weren't worried
Did she
about
ride or
that.
die with you, bro? She did. So just get out there and look at the goddamn seaweed.
Yeah, but you couldn't foresee a thunderstorm.
Yes, you can. It's called weather apps. You guys both said you were staring at it the entire time.
I think that you've raised your level of
Such
what
like
you
all
think you
forecasting.
need to do baseline too high. You've raised the threshold of what
Correct.
you and your family need to do all the time too high. When you do Hawaii volcano, when you do like
You guys have gone too
and then
extreme, man.
everything so on a Saturday
So now
night,
nothing else moves the needle.
I mean, you should be comfortable on a Saturday night.
It's like when you do
just
heroin
swimming,
for the first time.
Yeah,
Now you're still chasing that heroin dragon.
This quest for adventure. I think the reason you guys are disappointed so often in your adventures is
The reason
because
he is disappointed.
Well, he's name one adventure other than name one that you've loved.
Well, again, though, I'm bad at marketing my adventures because I do often tell you about the worst parts of them.
That's true. That is
because
true.
the good parts is not as funny to me, and it's a nothing. But this particular adventure, listen, I'm
How
on the
about
other
some
side of
local?
this.
What about local adventures?
I'm on the other side of this because I think this is going to be horrible, and
Okay.
we're not going to see any sort of bioluminescence
What do the boys
at all.
say? What do the boys say? What do the boys say?
Well,
Do they know they're going?
I don't corrupt the boys with any of this. Like,
No, do you
Crystal's
just-
like,
do you
we're
try
gonna
to
go
pump
see
it up?
Yeah, Crystal's marketing it like we're gonna go see bioluminescence. Look at the pictures, and it's like the TikTok
It's like you're being
videos.
splashed with lime Gatorade.
Whatever that song is. No. It's the TikTok.
No. That one?
So anyway, they only see the best, and then all the filters, and then like that's what it looks like. They market it like it's the best. I doubt.
So seeing
that it's
it, but
awesome.
what do you do with it? Do you splash it on your what do you just put your paddle in, you move it, and you're like, all right.
No, I
Is that
do.
it?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Basically.
I'm not going to shit on it, but that's probably what I would do. I put my
That's
paddle
fun.
in there, move it, I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Give it a good shake, and then I'd probably take my toot pin out and get really high and not care about it.
In the videos that Crystal showed me, fish swim by and you see the trail of there's like they're illuminated with the bioluminescence
No one's
around
ever,
there,
no,
like a
you're not
dolphin.
gonna see that.
I know.
No, it looks like a Lisa Frank folder
Yeah.
where it's like a dolphin with a rainbow following behind it.
Yeah, but isn't that also a good lesson for your boys? Is sometimes you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah, they do need to be disappointed a lot. I do that with Maisie a lot. I
Like,
disappoint
hey,
her a
sometimes it just doesn't turn out the way it does. Everything you see on the internet is not how it is.
Yeah, but
just like Ohio, and then you can tie it into the Ohio.
lot. You
thing.
could say that this is Ohio.
Yeah.
Go there and splash around and like, not that good. Well, I told you boys, Ohio.
I'm going to go to Ohio, and then I'm going to FaceTime your boys and be like, "Psh, it's great here.
Yeah. I met LeBron James.
I said, what do you think is there? Just like a bunch of suburbs, a city, a bunch of McDonald's and shit.
Hey man, swag like Ohio. That's what I heard.
The fuck-
Down in Ohio,
Cleveland rocks.
Swag like Ohio.
Anyway, so I'll be doing this. I just said, great, let's do it. Because, again, I'm trying to, I'm not going to bitch about any of this to her. I'm not going to even complain.
But just
or
so you know, the great let's do it sounded very fake. It was like,
Now,
"Great,
let's say
let's do
it's an amazing time. Then what?
Well, I've already.
You will hear nothing of it.
No. I'll tell you the truth.
He
Tell
will.
the truth.
But
But are you
here's
going to
the
give her
thing.
a little bit of praise? Like, hey, babe, you
Yes.
playing this? And
We
this is
wanted to
awesome.
talk about this, and we want people to do better at promoting BDM shows. He's going to do the reveal on the BDM shows. But here's why it doesn't work. We know it's not going to be good because bioluminescence is not impressive.
I don't see anybody. I started searching just to see if like regular Floridians, not like tourists, coming to see the shit.
Well,
like,
tourist sees an alligator and they freak out.
How many regular Floridians are taking their kayaks out on the Mosquito Lagoon and seeing this? And it doesn't seem like there's whole Reddit pages about it or like a bunch
There
of...
are when it's like the season.
I think Crystal said this is the season right now.
I think it's the end of it, though, right?
No, I think it's we're dead in the middle of it.
But
August.
I don't know if you've been following the news, but the bioluminescence crops haven't been coming in this year. Like they normally.
I mean, it could be because of the goddamn the weather.
Well, it's too hot. The oceans are too hot.
That's what that is. Algae. That they love it. They love the heat.
Yeah,
the
they do
algae
love
crazy.
Our pool was
anyway,
always yellow brown because of the mustard algae.
I looked up, can you swim in bioluminescence? And there's a bunch of you're not supposed to, which is weird. You know.
Why not?
I don't know. It just says it says the algae could be irritating to your body.
Get a video of you helicoptering your dick. And the luminescence following it. I'll pay $500 of my own money for that. Put it on the OnlyFans. I'll put it on the Tom Van OnlyFans. It'll be the first post. It'll be man with extremely abnormally skinny dick, long, swirling it around bioluminescence.
Like I Show Speed did on YouTube.
You should drink like 2 gallons of it and see if you piss-glow.
Here's how I know it's not amazing. Because we'd be seeing a lot more people on TikTok and in Florida out there, like bioluminescence video crazy. They'd be swimming in it. It'd be bioluminescent.
Yeah, but your algorithm's all breeding videos.
Exactly.
So.
No. I was going to say, they're out there if you look for them. Trust me, there's millions of them.
But it would be great, the amount of it, because, Tuttle would be out there with a helicopter and his dick in it. Like, it'd be amazing. And people would be like, look how amazing this is. It's not that amazing. That's all now, I'm guessing I've never seen it.
You want to be wrong, right?
What is amazing to you, though?
I want it to be what it is.
He wants amazing things.
In the videos, if that's how they're portraying it, but it's not going to be
I'm with you. Like, rainbows don't cut it for me anymore. Bioluminescence doesn't cut it for me anymore. Even the stars didn't cut it for me until I went to the Science Center and used the telescope. Now I'm back in.
Let's say there's a really nice hiking. Let's say there's the Appalachian Trail. It's a great trail.
Yeah.
Like, your top tier videos, your top 1% of videos are going to be like somebody walking along the Appalachian Trail. Holy shit, there's a black bear. And that's cool. But you can also just go walk the Appalachian Trail and not see a fucking bear and have a great goddamn day. You don't need to be in the top tier of experience havers to have a great time doing something.
You're right.
You could paddle out with your wife and kids, sneak a fucking pint of rum with you, and get lit up on the open sea, and then you go out and you paddle, and your paddle dips in and it closes a little bit, and your kids are like, this sucks. But it's a great family experience.
There's no doctoring the Appalachian Trail, though. It's like the video is pretty close to reality. It's not like they make the leaves look greener, and that's what I'm saying they're doing with the goddamn bioluminescence. They're making it look better.
You're seeing the top tier videos, the best of the best of the best videos, like you do with any videos, with fucking fail videos or like breakdancing videos.
The chat, this is the same guy that said a turtle nest was, quote, amazing.
Oh, yeah, you were mad that people weren't stopping and looking at the turtle nest. Remember that?
That's a sandy hole, you guys.
They were already there walking to their car.
Yeah, he was just amazed that they didn't stop to acknowledge.
The turtles had a car?
If I happen to be
it was a van.
Ninja Turtles. Yeah.
Here's what would be amazing.
April
the Shell Shocker?
If I'm at Tuttle's house smoking crack.
Wow, dude.
On brand.
Okay.
Which would be
and then Bob was there.
Which I could
we're all hanging out.
It would be the
Talking
only.
about Mike Calta.
Yeah, we're like, you know what? We're going to be fine. And then Mike Calta steals our phone.
It would be the only reason I would be at Tuttle's house at 9 p.m. at night. Anyway, and then
now if you told me you smoked crack at Tuttle's house, that's way more impressive than stupid bioluminescence.
Did you get crack from slamming your hand in a door?
He lives on the Mosquito Lagoon. So and then
you should launch from his house.
Or used to.
And should.
And then I think he lives inland now with his mom. But
he'll know where to take you.
Yeah, he would know where to go.
But anyway, if I was just there smoking crack and I was like
alone at sea in the dark with Tuttle, holy shit!
And I was having a crack freak out, and I was like, I gotta jump in the water, and I jumped in the water, and then it was the bioluminescence. Even if it's dull, like it's going to be,
right.
I would be like, whoa, shit, this is awesome! Like because I didn't expect it.
You're right. You kids should do crack before this.
Once we got to the bioluminescence stuff, it was pretty cool. I will say that, but it was a 2-hour tour, and we only got to the bioluminescence stuff for maybe 10 minutes.
Well, maybe that's the tour has to make it worth your while, right? Like it's almost like
they got to justify why you're spending that much money, and it's 2 hours. I would have been like, dude, look, I would have rather have done it on my own, right? Because I don't want to go down this inlet and have this guy tell me the history of everything.
Here's some mangrove trees.
Right,
Look at this.
I live here. I understand.
Yeah, because you have to pay, your $70 for the tour. They take you on tour as part of the kayak.
You could tell
it'll
them,
be
hey,
cool for the kids.
Can I just drive?
Jerry, cut to the shit. I want to see the lights.
Where is it? Is it by the mangroves?
No one knows.
It's past the mangroves.
It changes all the time.
Oh, and then when you come back, you go through this part where it's really shallow, and then all these fish like jump flip over and into your kayak.
Oh yeah, that's nice. You get a mullet in your face.
Yeah, it's cool.
Some fish jump.
And there's dolphins that will swim alongside of your kayak.
Yeah, but don't feed them.
You're
Don't feed them.
describing what I wanted.
Well, a lot of the dolphins, they'll dive down and they'll get a
But
pearl.
that's only on the way back.
They'll bring a pearl up and they'll beg you to pay for it. Don't pay for it. That's how they get you. They'll steal your fucking wallet.
You can't tip the singing crabs, though.
Like, I'm imagining we're going to get out there and there's a inflatable kayak and my ass is going to be dry.
Yeah. Well, you got a big country ass.
We're eating the mosquitoes and the no-see-ums are eating our fucking
Are you wearing your
ass alive.
villain? Are you wearing your villain outfits?
And then we can't find where to go. And then we're at one point the current maybe going in or out, and then we're paddling.
Now, don't
against
forget
it.
the classic. One of the kayaks will start leaking, and then they'll all have to get on one vessel. Remember,
please, somebody with a Photoshop subscription. Tom in an inflatable kayak with his ass hanging out, and the Jaws post underneath.
Listen,
Get on it, Pabone.
Here's the
but it's Gary Busey.
We'll know the truth, and I'll tell you the truth on Mondays.
Okay,
BDM
I
show.
love it.
That's it. Exactly how it went. Exactly, minutes a minute.
It is. There will be a boy in each kayak, right? They don't have their own.
No.
Do you get now? Hold on. I don't think that's
Their
fair.
arms are too weak.
Is it you and Tommy? Is it team can't see anything and notices nothing versus
the
sees
emotional.
everything? So it's a team emotional versus team Stone Cold.
Yeah. Because Tommy's the easier passenger.
He really is.
Remember that time he got lost? Like he was so thirsty, he just fainted.
What?
He's an easy. He's the easiest kid. If he gets thirsty, he'll literally to conserve energy. He turns his body batteries off. And
He'll never complain. He'll sit there, take it. Oh my God!
He's not dead, and he's not passed out. He's just conserving energy. Like when when your Apple Watch goes on to monitor only, like your Apple Watch will just go just the time. That's what he does.
Yeah. Oh, Max will bitch, and then he'll be looking at me, be like, "What's wrong with you? Why have you made these decisions?" Anyway, all right.
It sounds like, Tom, you're well on the way to the solution that I found, and I think Dan also subscribes to, which is it doesn't matter what my wife comes to me with, like whatever fucking nonsense it is. 10 out of, unless it involves losing a limb, I agree to it.
Okay.
I just agree to it. I agree to fucking 100% of everything, and then like 1 out of 100 things, I put my foot down and I say no, and we don't do that shit.
So
I do a lot of shit.
How do you find the worst of the 100? Because I think I'm at it now.
You really no, you're not.
Is it gonna get worse?
You're not. It can get worse. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Agree to this shit. Okay. Agree to this shit. Do this, and without complaining. And then when
this also sounds like something you would want to do. This sounds like something you would come up with. But because you didn't, now it's not a good idea.
Have you been paying attention to how much he's been complaining about being out in the heat for this No Effects concert?
Yeah, but this is at night.
No, but this heat. He has this addiction.
That apparently doesn't matter that much in Florida.
Yeah, this heat thing that he's been battling.
Yeah, I told you.
Like I've never seen a person. I don't know a person that complains about the heat more than him.
No. I know it
sounds like a pussy.
It sounds like an adventure, but there's a couple.
Get
things.
a neck fan like Paul did.
I got one. You want to borrow Andrea's neck fan?
One is
very good.
Don't you guys sell neck coolers?
I could have emailed.
We do. We don't have any though. Goddamn Eric, send it to us.
They don't work. They don't work.
Put a hot ass on.
Yeah, I'm not putting
Lagoon water.
I'm not putting some Alibaba towel on my neck, getting some rash.
Also, if it was up to me, I would have grifted this from the BDM who does these tours, and then we'd just show up. They'd take us over there.
Yeah, but you already stole his money in advertising because it didn't
You
work.
waste your money on so much shit.
Inflating this, you don't understand how much of you have to inflate every single the seat, the pillow, like all.
No, I just do the boat and I lay in it. Fuck the seat.
Inflate and then wrap it up with all these wraps. It's this whole thing.
Wraps?
I'm pumping it crazy. You know how hot it's going to be on the side of the Indian River?
Why are you going to wrap it?
There's all these straps you're going to put on because you're going to strap the seats and then
because it's meant to be portable, so you got to break it the fuck down. It's the dumbest.
We did this one time, and they're all mad the whole time.
Just buy a fucking kayak.
Oh my God!
Sweating.
When's the last time you've seen them? Are they mildew, moldy, crazy?
They're
going to be sitting on a pile of mold.
And then I'm pumping them.
Stinks like shit.
You're too emotional for my system right now because, like, I do a lot of decision making in the cut. You know, it happens. For you, get a little notebook. Just agree to the next 100 things your wife says.
And then write them down.
Yeah, and just tally mark. You'd
only do that for 4 days. There'd be 4 entries. The rest of them like,
But just pretend.
I know about 100.
It's like logging my scuba dives. That lasted 2 trips. then I was like, who am I doing this for?
Just pretend you're in
I
jail.
kid you not. Andrea still has her scuba diving guide next to her bed in a drawer, like she needs it.
I did
Like she fucking needs it.
I was like,
haven't been scuba
maybe
diving
they're gonna
7
call.
years.
Oh yeah, I was like, no, why are you doing this? This is what they teach you, and then they'll be like sometimes instructors or where you go want to look at your logs to see how experienced you are. And I was like, oh okay, and no one does that shit. No one cares. Like you can go to most places and show them a fucking ID that says you're certified, and they let you in.
They truly don't care.
They're not looking at your log.
Are we taking a break? Are we taking a break?
Yes.
All right. The name of the artist is BBY. I had trouble finding this on Spotify. So if you're looking for it and you'd like it, type in BBY, all lowercase, and look for the song Hotline. This is their brand new single. We'll be back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan momentarily. 1-844-TOMNDAN, show at TOMANDDAN20 if you would like to shoot us an email.
I won't stop until you're shaking. All your neighbors know my name.
If you're like me and you have zero knowledge of anything regarding mortgages, I have zero knowledge of that.
Yeah.
Go to Streamline Mortgage Solutions, streamlineflorida.com, and do kind of like what we did with Bart Merrick Team. On the mortgage side of things, Brian can solve all your problems.
Here's Brian's cell phone number, 407-310-7804. You could text him or call him. He'll help you out anytime. They've changed a lot of programs, especially back in July. They changed the Hometown Heroes program for mortgages, and they opened it up to anybody with a full-time job that obviously qualifies.
Everyone's a hero.
But that's to help you with your down payment and your closing costs, because a lot of people, they're first-time home buyers, and this is first-time home buyers.
We just talked about this in the other ad. It's scary, dude. It's a lot of coin.
And if like, all right, I don't have enough money to put down, and the closing cost is going to be $30,000 or whatever, and this is what the program helps you tie that into your loan, so it's a payment, so you don't have to have liquid cash. Anyway, there's lots of different things that constantly change with mortgages.
But you're not going to know unless you get a hold of Brian.
And it's free to talk to him. And so if you're contemplating, I want to buy my house, or I don't know what it's going to cost, or what I'm qualified for.
Maybe I need to see if I can get some money out.
You can do it all over the phone. You don't have to meet with anybody in person. Brian can help you out all over the phone and tell you what you're qualified for and give you an idea if you could afford it. They've been helping BDMs for a long time now.
Very long time now.
So talk to Brian Zymel. It's streamlineflorida.com.
Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. Here's a great gift. The Handyman from Manscaped. It's
look at this little guy.
You shave your hands?
It's an electric shaver that you can USB chargeable.
Shaving on the go?
Yeah.
Don't call Mo. Call Manscaped.
Use promo code TOMANDDAN20 for 20% off your orders and free shipping worldwide.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put this as soon as we're done promoting it. I'm going to plug this into my truck and just leave it in my center console.
Yeah, I use this one here all the time. It's great. I've been testing it all week. Also, I used the regular trimmer on my downstairs last night and put it in action. Back in action. Thank you for your service.
How do you feel about using trimmers for your downstairs than on your face?
I don't have a problem with it.
Me neither.
No, I think my wife would have a problem with it. I don't know if she would or not. She doesn't like it when I don't know how you trim. When you shave your face, do you shave over the sink?
Usually in the shower, but
Okay.
but I will shave over the sink.
Ross, when you
Tom,
shave,
you shave with a piece of Scotch tape, right? Because it just pops right out.
I know it's like it's baby face.
I do shave dry.
I can't believe he does that. Do you shave in the shower or
Do you have
over
a
the
mirror
sink?
in
in
your
the
shower?
sink.
No,
In the sink.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a sink guy.
Yeah.
I will have a mirror there, but like when you shave your other areas over the toilet.
Over the toilet.
Yeah, over the toilet.
Yeah.
lately I've been.
Why not in the shower?
Well, you can't take the electric buzzer in the shower.
I believe you can take.
It creates
you
a
gotta get a
hair
battery
monster.
charge.
I think the Manscaped one is waterproof, if I remember correctly. I think that one
Point
is.
the water away.
But mine, unfortunately, my hair, like it seems to get a little clunky. it gets like the hair sticks together in the water. I prefer it to be dry, so it flies everywhere within the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like I like to spread my pubes. I like to
Like
have
a dandelion.
I like a good layer of pubes on the floor, so me and Dansby the dog track them on the carpet.
I leave enough hair in the shower drain.
Yeah.
So, when I'm shaving, I like to right into the toilet. And then I feel like the toilet handles that kind of stuff. It's for, logs
Exactly.
and such. So.
I like to shave my pubes over the toilet, and then I like to...
Where do y'all's wives shave their pubes?
I don't think my wife has pubes.
She goes on a bioluminescent tour and does it out there.
My wife had ideal image, so there's very few pubes. She calls them wispies, which I've asked her politely to not call them wispies. My wife calls her pubes wispies. And they are very wispy. They're
use it in a sentence, please?
They are thin. This ghost hair is very wispy. My wife's hair, like pubic hair, is thin like ghost dental floss. It's very, very thin and long.
I don't ask Crystal any of those types of questions.
You've never seen your wife's butthole.
Right.
You've never
I never
shaved
asked
your
her
wife
about anything. She'll tell me.
I've shaved my wife in a hot tub using shaving cream on camera.
What do you mean?
No, I just made that up.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like in pornos, they used to think that was hot, like where the guy would shave the girl, and I'd be like, it's not hot.
I've
Who's
never
into
even
that?
heard of
Yeah, I'm
that
not
one.
into that. Yeah, it's a thing.
Oh, yeah.
And girls shaving it themselves. I'm like, well, when you're done with that, come find me. But I'm not,
Yeah, who likes that?
A lot of guys do.
What do they
There's
like
a
about
kink
it?
for everything.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, McAfee liked to get shit on for through a hammock.
Yeah.
It's like there's something for everybody out there.
People like to shit in people's mouths.
I like a porn where they use a water pick first.
Pay
You
for
see
it.
them really cleaning
Yeah.
out the intersections of this.
I don't think I could. Well, no, I think I could. I could do the shit team.
So, Ross,
Hey, Tom.
what do you got today?
What's your kink?
Yeah, where are we going? Where are we going?
We're going to hot dog?
I like that you guys specifically invited me in here to talk about this hot dog, and now you're.
Yeah, I didn't know
Well,
where
it's a
going.
big
Let's
war.
talk about it.
separately
It's been a
as-
Central
Okay.
Florida war.
And I feel
on
like
the hot
Dan
dog.
was right at the center of
I
it.
was.
too.
Yeah, I was in there mixing it up
We
with some
tried to
people.
get there. We got a little shade from Dom from the Supervillains, who tried to.
Yeah.
He tried to do a joke, but none of us got it. With a hot dog from the joint.
It's
at,
amazing.
the West End.
It's amazing to me how many people and friends of mine. Like I was a little more amazed at how many people that I know that like this city, and we got a cool thing, and it seemed like everybody was just coming out of. And this is just my opinion. It seemed like everybody was coming out of the woodwork to be incessantly negative on something that didn't fucking matter. Not even a month ago or 2 months ago. It wasn't even a blip, and it
Just to set the table, maybe
Yeah,
for people that
please,
don't
please.
know,
Thank you, Ross.
we had this local shithole called Colonial Lanes, and I say shithole.
We did a podcast from there.
We
on
did.
that, yeah.
We did.
me
The
and
only
Sam-
people in there were a kid camp. There were some little kids bowling all the way at the far left-hand end, away from the sunken bar that is still there. And then on our side, there was a homeless man.
It was a trashy dive bar
Yeah.
with bowling lanes.
Bowling lanes. Yeah, it was a 34 lane, 32 lane.
I forget.
It was 30-something.
Yeah, 30-something
Was it that fucking
lanes.
many? Wow.
And,
Yeah.
and they basically took all those lanes, used the wood to create this new place.
Well, what happened
the
was
bar.
somebody bought this place,
Yeah.
and then they were like, okay, we're business owners. We bought this property. The Colonial Lanes people decided to sell for whatever reason, and again, it was a shithole, but it was good. And again, I say that I liked going there. I've been there. I bowled there. I've been to karaoke with the one-armed DJ in that fucking bar a number of
I never
times.
got to do that.
It was there's a video of me and Mickey singing some fucking song together in that shithole.
That's awesome.
But it was a shithole, okay?
Right.
So these people decided to sell their shithole for whatever reason. I assumed it was because of lack of business, but a guy who now lives in California and a guy who lives in Longwood corrected me that place was always busy, Colonial Lanes. The people decided to sell. They sold, and the new owners were like, hey, we're going to put in mini storage. That's what makes financial
Yeah, I
sense.
remember that, yeah.
That's what makes financial sense on this block as business owners. We're going to tear down this shithole.
I don't know about you guys, but I love mini storage.
We're going to put in mini
Love
storage.
it. Can't get enough of
For
it.
which in this area there is a demand. Orlando rose up and fucking, as one voice said, no, Colonial Lanes must preserve. And in a weird turn of events for people who are in business to make money, these people said, hey, you know what? We'll keep some lanes. We'll put like a little fancy dining area to it, and you guys want a little bowling area in that area. Great, we're still going to build mini stores, and they did. There's mini stores there right now. And they took a little chunk of Colonial Lanes, and they made it Primrose Lanes. And it's a fucking, I think they got 8 lanes left.
Lanes, yeah.
Okay.
And then they got like a dining area. And
It's not a true bowling alley. It's
No.
like a restaurant, a high-end restaurant with one of the best chefs you could ever, in my opinion, the best chef in the city. And you can get food, and then if you want to bowl, you can bowl in a really nice, upscale, beautiful facility. Was that pretty decently?
And they're both right next door to each other. And one thing I noticed when me and my wife went the other day, there was 3 kids' birthday parties happening. We're over on the bar area eating. It's all glass. You can see the kids bowling over there. You don't hear a fucking pin drop. I don't know what they did in there, but you can watch bowling, have a drink, and not hear a goddamn pin or a.
It is cool being able to sit at the bar and watch the bowling.
It's really
Andrea
neat.
and I did that. She got some oysters, raw oysters. She got to select where they're from. It's fancy. It's really nice.
So where the controversy comes in, a guy who, as far as I can tell, has never been to this venue at all.
No, I don't think he did. No,
at least at the time of his initial posting, he posted a picture of the menu, and one of the items is a hot dog, and they want $15 for it. Fries, I think, is $5 extra, $20 if you want a hot dog and fries.
Okay.
And this guy went into a tirade about a $15 hot dog in the Milk District. Are you fucking kidding me? Blah, 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 blah.
Uh-huh.
And I'll admit, a knee-jerk reaction to me was yeah, that's a lot for a hot dog.
Yeah.
That's kind of pricey for a hot dog.
But you also don't have to buy the hot dog.
Yeah, that's the funny thing is that the people that were approaching this online, and the reason why it was weird for me,
100% who have never been or tried the hot dog.
And there's tons of shit in this city that I can't afford. Tons of shit that I want to try. That I asked my wife, I want to do that, and Andrea will look at me like, hell no,
I can't go to Cress.
Yeah,
it's too much. I know it. I don't go.
It's not a thing. But I I love hot dogs, and my mom, I've told the story before. My mom maybe even said this on this show. Her old phrase was, "I'd rather have a hot dog than a steak." It's always been a joke. I love hot dogs, and I was like, when I heard that, I was like, well, I'm getting this handmade hot dog. I'm getting it. I'm getting the hot dog. What
turned me was a guy who I find unimpeachable in this city, and especially in the Milk District. John the Barber chimed in and was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
These are some people who there was he didn't use the word shithole, but there was a shithole on this corner. These people stepped up. They put a real nice place in there. And you've never even fucking been, and you're complaining. When John the Barber from Liberty Barber Stop says some shit like that, I listen because I happen to know here's why I love that guy.
Oh.
My kids one time, it was back to school, I don't know. This had to be 5-6 years ago. My oldest decided he wanted a Liberty Barber haircut to go back to school.
Yes.
We did not have an appointment. We go to Liberty. Nobody has free appointments. But John is like, if you want to sit there and wait, we'll see if anybody cancels. We'll squeeze you in. My kid sat there for 4 hours.
Oh, my God.
Nobody canceled. Just watched a stream of haircuts come in and out. John the Barber finished his shift. He was leaving, and he said, all right, kid, come here. I'll cut your hair real quick. Cut my kid's hair. Did not charge him. Said, have a great back to school.
Aww.
That's John the fucking Barber.
That's badass.
So when that guy steps up and says, try the fucking hot dog before you complain, I went and tried this goddamn hot dog.
Yeah.
Guess what, Tom?
What?
It's worth $50.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's fucking amazing.
And I'm going to put something out there. I think it's gotten bigger. I think because you guys complained,
right?
All you motherfuckers out there, made them feel bad. You made them feel bad about the value. I'm talking to you right now, all you motherfuckers. You made them feel bad about the value, and now you got those guys, and I know some of these guys that are back there. It takes 3 fucking days to make these hot dogs. This isn't just you go get it out of the package and boil it and throw it in the bun, and they're now having to make them larger. The hot dog, when I got it, it was 4 extra inches of dog. Now it's 8 extra inches of dog.
Well,
and from what I understand as well is not only is the food quality, but they actually paid their employees a livable wage. So guess what? The food's going to be more expensive.
It's interesting you mentioned that.
Service
Sam.
is awesome.
The service is 10 out of fucking 10.
Yeah, I think the service, look, anybody can cook. That's not to besmirch any chef. I'm just saying that's a thing, a skill. We know it's salt, it's fire, it's
I
acid.
do it. It's not that hard.
But service is something that nobody does anymore. It's not a thing.
It's hard to find.
And the bartender, we sat at the bar because it was a little busy, and the guy that we got was really sweet, and you'll feel fancy when you sit at the bar. This is not a commercial for it. They don't advertise. But I know a lot of the chefs that work there, and the hubbub about it was insane.
So 2 things from this. First, all I could think of is what we could overcharge for to get this much publicity.
I know.
Because it's the best publicity this place has ever gotten is this goddamn hot dog. Because now everybody is Daniel. Everybody's trying the damn hot dog. Ross, you went there. I saw
I think
Bart
there's
Merritt.
an entire Instagram account that's dedicated to hate on this hot dog.
There are multiple
It's
Instagram
insane.
accounts.
It's brilliant
You have
marketing.
too much fucking time on your hands.
I got
You've made a faux fin stuff.
I got a screen cap top of the one you're in, Dan.
I got brought up in there. Like I
This
posted,
is the best thing ever.
I posted that I liked the hot dog, and I was in support of the hot dog. I know 2 of the chefs that work there. You know, I don't want to see these people. I know the social media lady that did a lot of designing there that was instrumental.
This is good.
It is good, but
This is the best thing that could have ever happened to them.
Yeah, it is
It's
good.
insanely good marketing. It blew up.
What did they say
Here you
about me?
go.
They were shitting on me a little
This
bit.
is the owner's best day of his life. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is great marketing.
Dan, you and Andrea went, and you posted an Instagram of you holding the hot dog, and you said, basically, you and Andrea went on a spontaneous date night.
Yeah, Andrea said, hey, you want to go try that hot dog? And when your wife says that, I'm like, are you fucking crazy?
You want to get this wiener?
You want to give the Instagram account a shout out or not?
No, I don't want to give any love.
All right.
I preemptively blocked him so he wouldn't tag me. But
if they were any good, I would give them a shout out. But since they're bad memes, so they posted your picture they put a screen cap of your Instagram post that you made, and then in just white text in a black background for some reason. I think it's so funny when people waste their money on a $15 hot dog and then pretend like it was a good decision. Dan, if you see this, why did you block the account? Thanks. P.S. Podcasting should be illegal.
Podcasting should be illegal. You're against free speech?
Thanks for your deep thoughts, hot dog Instagram account hater.
Oh, you're going to have to give me that account afterwards.
Is that the company?
I'm going to troll the shit.
Is that the company that are they behind this? Because this guy, I mean, that's brilliant.
Brilliant. No, I know for a fact they are not.
Also, that guy, the hater, did more for this company than all of you who supported them by buying the hot dog.
Correct.
100%.
He made them $10,000 worth of hot dogs just by that one post. He's a hero.
Yeah, you sold them out of. They've been selling out of hot dogs.
That's
100%.
The
But
best.
to answer your
was the
question,
best thing for
to
him.
answer your question, absolutely they did not do that.
I
know for a fact.
I had no idea they were even open. And I've had this hot dog 3 fucking times.
Damn it, I've only had it once.
Because of this goddamn hater.
Like,
It's a good-ass hot dog. No burps.
The hater did the
no
best.
farts.
No, I get burps and they taste just like the hot dog.
I don't get any burps.
I like them.
Yeah, it doesn't irritate.
It's a little reminder for me later. I'm like, that was still good.
It does not irritate my gallbladder. It is like, in the bun.
Dan, let's talk about the bun.
The bun.
It's an 11 out of 10 bun.
What kind of bun we got?
Here's how they get you with the bun, and I'm going to do this. Offense.
Do they shave it or something?
They butter it, and they toast it 4 ways. It's side, bottom, and top.
And the middle. They toast the middle too
they
somehow.
toast every aspect of the bread. It's like they spend hours on this.
And
shit.
I think they shave the sides so it's raw bread so they can toast it really well.
It's a
so fucking
homemade brioche. They butter it up and then they toast it and then they swizzle that relish and the mustard on top of it. Here's what I want to do.
Swizzle.
No offense, but fuck the fries. I want to get the regular hot dog with the extra 6 inches, right? But then I want to go and take my $3 and buy an extra bun. And then I want to use my extra hot dog on a secondary auxiliary bun.
That's called the Dan now, you guys.
Yeah. Will you ask for a secondary bun?
And again, I'm keep questioning about this. Again, we are not being paid or compensated in any way for this. This is
that's why I'm mad about it.
Stop talking about it. Free advertising.
Because I mean, this. All I can think of, if you like this show, go on the internet.
Tell somebody how bad it is.
Start that BDM is or you're charging too much. Or like all I can think about is like what we could charge that would cause this much marketing stir. Because
Hideout did that one time. I think we put up like the Hideout sucks posters like around Church Street or
they
something.
made me do that. Yeah. I helped them with that.
But it's like that guy's post blew up this business more than any marketing.
And then remember Real Radio put up quotes from like Ivan Fartin on billboards where they're like,
IP freely.
All right, so check this out.
Like the Morgan graffiti. But by the way,
so bad, Morgan. My God.
I saw
and
someone,
people are so stupid.
They're dumb.
Like also think about like if someone really did graffiti a billboard, there'd be a dick on it.
It's like a mouth.
You're not gonna write like for the money, and then they put a clown nose on him.
Yeah. And guess what? Who's gonna call John Morgan? They like money, and that's why they're calling. So it's for the money is right.
Actually, all he's doing is making the billboard more accurate.
Yeah. But to think that anybody who thinks that was real, I'm with Sam.
Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It was sad.
So wanted to try this hot dog. Took my wife, right? Me and my wife went, and she fucking fell in love with the place. She's not on the internet. So
it's a date night place.
Completely uninformed and impeached by the internet at all. She fucking loves this place. They did a really good job. If if you haven't been, they took like the old lanes, they made the bar out of that. All the tables are the old lanes. The pins are decorations. Like the old pin setters are on the wall spinning and stuff.
They spin and it's an LED light. It's really
super cool. And by the way, Orlando, everything you asked them to do, they left some lanes. They made it like retro and cool and incorporated the old Orlando into it. They did a great job. Check this out. I took my wife and she got the kale salad because she's a fucking idiot and she wants to eat healthy and stuff, right? She got the kale salad. She's like, Russ, try this. And so I'm like, all right, I'll try your fucking kale. I tried it. I was like, this is fantastic. This is amazing. How did they make kale taste good? And so we're like talking about the kale.
Gotta have a good chef.
Like lady comes by again. 10 out of 10 service this place. Our server Logan was a delight.
We had Logan too.
Logan's the fucking best. Fallon right behind Logan. I like Fallon a lot too. But so, like somebody comes by. I don't know, like a floor manager or whatever comes by, and she's like, "How'd you guys like everything?" We're like, "Hot dog, 10 out of 10, amazing. Kale salad was great. What did you guys do to the kale?" She goes, "Oh, we massage it." And me and my wife
massage the kale.
Me and my wife laugh like, "Hey, good one!"
Right.
And she goes, "No, kale's a little bit tough. You take it, you rinse it, and you massage it. You gently rub it." And she explains to us the fucking. They give the goddamn kale a back rub.
Listen, this kale gets treated better than I do.
That's what kind of place this is. They give the kale a back rub before they bring it out to you.
Well, I guess if that like brings out the flavor or makes it taste better, loosens it up, whatever.
And then me and Bart went yesterday for lunch. We do Thursday lunch a lot. And I was like, you got to try this hot dog bar. He's like, all right, let's go. He got the fucking hamburger. Fuck you, Bart Merrick.
Some people have said the hamburger's better.
They brought...
Smash burger. Sounds great.
Again, not being paid, just an enthusiast of this place. They got a brunch menu going, and... it's my birthday next month. I think I'm going to go and do this. They're also doing a seafood tower.
Oh, dude, seafood towers are where it's at. I can't do them anymore.
I wanted to try this seafood tower so bad. I almost had Bart talk to do it for lunch yesterday, but he did.
There's a good one at Otto's High Dive, too, a seafood tower.
Something about a seafood and bowling. I don't know if
Not
it goes
good?
together. I don't know. Yeah. Like,
It doesn't fit?
It's just bowling shoes and sushi.
Stinks like fish.
So going back to the Ross, when people go and have an uproar about like a local place that's closing down, I always laugh in my head because when like someone announced they're closing, and they're like, "Oh, Wally's" or whoever the hell, it's like the community goes crazy.
Oh, it's my favorite.
I'm like, you couldn't have liked it that much because they're closing for a reason.
I said that, and a lot of people got mad at me. I said, "Well, man, I didn't. You know, I've been up here a couple of times.
When's the last time you've been there?"
I go, none of y'all have been to that place. I know none of y'all go bowling. I know you don't.
That's where I got a little feedback on my post because I said, like, if you liked your old shithole, you should have supported it. Sure. And then a guy who lives in L.A. told me that I was a fucking idiot and people were in there all the time.
Yep.
And then a guy who lives in Longwood chimed in and said, "Yeah, you're right."
Yeah, I saw that.
Try to be in the Milk District more than I am, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I'm in the Milk District all day, every fucking day.
You're a resident.
Guess what?
You're a resident.
The proof is they're closing. So
they close.
They don't close.
It's been closed for years.
But
It's been gone for a very long time.
I'm saying when they announced the closing and everybody's like, "Oh no, you can't go." It's like, well, we know you didn't go there because it's going out of business, and they don't go out of business if they're making a shit ton of money.
Maybe the owners of Culinary, because this just happened at the Bull and Bush. Like at the Bull and Bush, Amy and her mom decided they just didn't want to do it anymore. So the Bull and Bush was a very successful business. They just decided to sell it and get out of that game.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what happened at Culinary Lanes. If that's the case, you should have bought that shithole and kept running it as a highly successful shithole if you wanted it to stay.
Well, that's the people complaining about the marketing group or TMG, and isn't that the guys that bought it? And that's why they have a bunch of concepts around town, and I think that's the political aspect of it. Like they have a couple bars where I think that lamp place. I forget the name of the bar.
Oh yeah, Antiques.
Yeah, it's like
they do a comedy night,
like
there.
A lamp store, and you can go. And it's like, and they have these different concepts around town, and then. Apparently, there are certain locals that don't like when you have people that are deemed like outsiders that buy things in this town and do stuff. Well, I mean, if you don't like that, you and your friends are more than welcome to take the money that you've accumulated and pull it all together and buy things.
Go to fucking McCoy Federal,
and
get a goddamn
your own group. Yeah, I mean, that's
get
just
a local loan.
That's just how business goes.
And keep your shithole open.
I also think it's weird that people thought that it would close and be closed for years, and then when it reopened, it would be exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Who thought that?
Yeah. The reason why it went out of business is
because everybody was like, "Oh, this is this." Yeah, but
if they open up the same shit, then they'll be the dumbest businessman in the world.
Exactly.
If you liked Colonial Lanes, this is a bowling alley, and it's much, much better. If your gripe is that you have to pay more for it than you did in 1965 when they opened, guess what? You have to pay more for fucking everything now. There's a sign on the wall when they opened in 1965. A half a chicken, vegetable, and bread cost you 65 cents. You can't get that deal anymore guys. Sorry.
That's another thing. Price.
Well, and then the last thing, like I'll harp on about this, is like it just seemed like the vast majority of the people wanted to see. Do you want it? Is your goal to see it do poorly?
The stated goal of that Instagram account we referenced earlier is to close Primrose Lanes.
So let's think about this. How does it benefit our city? How does it benefit, let's dial it a little bit more down, Orlando proper, which we're in. You know, we're a business in Orlando proper. Okay, Milk District. How does it benefit the Milk District to have businesses inside the Milk District trying to cannibalize and attack other businesses?
How to shutter the doors.
How is that helpful at all? Like, you got businesses in the Milk District walking to other businesses, taking a picture of their menu and then villainizing them.
God, I'm skeptical that this isn't them doing this for marketing.
It 100% isn't. It's not. I'm going to just say it. They would be better at it if they were doing it. Whoever is leading this attack account against them is just
so lame.
Is a fucking hack and just has a fucking grudge.
And you can think that. You can think, I'll never eat at this place. That hot dog's too expensive. This is the type of bowling alley I want. But why would you want it to fail within your city where your business is next door to it?
Right.
Why would I want any business that's out here next to T&D Media, inside Baldwin Park, Tactical Brewing, I'm looking at you, the Dance Academy, I'm looking at you. Why would I want any of those businesses that are near me to shutter their doors and fail? I don't. I want everybody to thrive. I want everybody. It's so anti-small business for you to attack another business. It's shit. That's the part that I took most personally.
How does a blank, gaping, empty storefront help you at all? It doesn't. And it's never going to go back to Colonial Lanes, so get the fuck over it.
Yeah.
I'll put out a $200 reward to this to the troll.
Do you know how many hot dogs that is?
If he outs himself and proves that he's not part of this, Colonial Lanes or whatever.
Put it out there.
Because I think it's a brilliant marketing move because think how much marketing they got just by having this troll. And also, is the troll really complaining about a $15 hot dog? It seems like
yes.
Yeah, but here, okay,
it seems like something a business would do to try to drum up.
It's certainly not, but let's go anti-point. Kupo J in the chat room says, is Team Marketing Group a small business, though? Kind of the point. It's not, but it's a bunch of people that pulled their money, right? From what I understand, these are guys that are investors. So should you have protected that area to only have a small business go in there?
And you know who is a small business? Logan's a small business. And they're working at this place, he's probably going to get better tips than he would at, like, for example, the Starbucks up on the corner or like the 7-Eleven.
Also, the new way, at least that I've seen through my business dealings, that most small restaurants or bars are owned by a bunch of people.
We work with a lot of these guys.
They team up because I think it's it helps the smaller business survive. So if one bar or restaurant goes through hard times, the others prop it up. So
Gringos does that with the porch and stuff like that. These guys have multiple concepts. So if you think this is a new concept, if you want to villainize one group, you're barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah, a lot of restaurants and bars are owned by groups now, and that must be because it's easier to go through rough situations when you diversify your revenue through like 10 different bars.
The Bull and Bush, they got bought out by these guys that own Sportstown, a couple other places.
Yeah, they all own a bunch of them.
I was real worried about it at first. I having been through some mergers in the engineering and tech world with my wife and me as a surveyor.
Yeah, me too.
Those always fucking sucked, so I assumed this was always going to fucking suck too. These guys came in, they changed some stuff. Everything's not the same as it was, but in general, things are better now. Like, they brought in a pizza. Bull and Bush has pizza now. They got an expanded menu. They got fucking pickled wings, Sam. You gotta go dude, you gotta try them. They're so good. They expanded the menu. They did a few things. They engaged me. Comedy's a lot better at that place now. We get paid a lot better. I'm doing shows on the 4th Saturdays of 5 Saturday months. It can be a good thing.
Going back to the people complaining about price on the internet, I see this happen a lot, and even I see it with their own sponsors sometimes, where someone's like, they quoted me this for the, and then it's like, Well, that's how business is done. They have a price, and it's your choice whether to pay that or not. Now, I understand if, like, if you went to go, if they advertise a $5 hot dog and then they charge you $15 after, then complain because you're like, well, they pulled the old switcheroo on me.
Well, that's
like,
not legal. That is,
no, I know, yeah. But when someone advertises a price for something, like, here's our price, and then you're like, what?
Don't go.
I do that with a lot of things.
Guess what?
That's what adults do. You can't afford it. You don't
That's
get
like
it.
going to Disney and, the crappiest of chicken nuggets are, $20.
They're expensive, yeah.
Either don't buy them.
Or eat them and shut up.
Or bring your own goddamn food.
And
Tom, you can do that.
there's
I mean,
a lot
that's
of
just what it is.
There's a lot of like, how many hot dogs you could get at Hot Dog Heaven for that? Great. Go to Hot Dog
Heaven.
Get the
Support that
Chicago
business.
dog. It's great.
Yeah, it is
but
great.
you're going to sit outside in the sun or in your truck, which I've done a million fucking times as a server, sit in the truck and eat a couple Chicago dogs. Or you could go to fucking Primrose Lanes, sit in the air conditioning. They got real good, they got this reverse osmosis water they just give you in a bottle. You can top off your cup, sit in the air conditioning, watch some kids bowl. You're paying $15 for the hot dog. It's make up your mind what you want, pay what you can for what you want.
But the value is subjective.
No, this hot dog is.
Well, I know, but
it is sublime, Tom. It is so.
that's subjective.
I think we need to do a go-to show and lunch on the business. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get this $15 hot dog for free.
If I saw
one, it's great.
If I saw a $100 hot dog on the menu, I'd be like, "Whoa! I wonder what that's about."
Sure.
I don't give a fuck about prices. Like prices are
Whoa,
prices.
big money. Back to pay for the goddamn bioluminescence
like,
tour, you cheap ass.
I don't.
She doesn't want that. She wants the adventure.
I want. The prices don't offend me.
Right.
It's like, all right, that's that business price. I mean, they're allowed. They're a business that's allowed to set their own price.
Don't look up the price of Slew Moo Institute in Atlanta. I'll tell you that. Don't go to that slime place and don't look at the prices because you'll kill yourself.
I either buy it or don't. And now I could start bitching on my social media about how I think it's egregious and whatever, and then other people could make their comments or whatever. But the business, it will either continue to go and live, or it will die because of the prices. But that's their business.
Yeah. And it's kind of based on.
I don't know why people get offended by it.
It's based on like, what do you get when you order that hot? If you order a hot dog for $15 and you bring me out like a fucking plain white bun with like a Nathan's in it and some Heinz on top, and I'm paying $15, I'm never coming back.
Right.
But if you bring out like Dan said, this 1.5 monstrosity,
it's gotten bigger, dude. The hot dog has gotten fucking bigger because you guys complained.
It has definitely escaped the bounds of its bun. I will assure you of that.
It's like 8 extra inches.
No, hold on. But
if you get that for $15, I've been back twice now because it's a good value and it's fucking delicious.
But
fills you up.
Post complaining after you bought said item is allowed, in my opinion, on social media because you purchased the item and now
you paid.
Sure,
it's subjective. You're subjectively commenting on what you believe the value is, right? Mm-hmm. But I see people pre-bitching about price they've never bought or whatever, like
never
anything.
will.
And then it's like, well, how can you pre-bitch about the price because the value of whatever it is unknown to you, so therefore it's impossible for you to complain about
one more.
Some people are going a step farther, like, shut that place down I've never been to.
No, but one more. I have seen people do this, which I don't understand. Some people that have never tried the hot dog that Ross and I both have agreed that we love and are in love with.
Superb.
We love this hot dog.
Superb.
It is the top tier hot dog.
10 out of 10.
I will see people that will go to another restaurant and show themselves eating a different hot dog and saying, this is my hot dog. That other hot dog, not my hot dog.
Right.
Why are you doing that? Why are you attacking?
God, this is the best publicity they could ever
But why? What is it? Why are you feeling the need to show that you're like virtue signaling that you eat a blue collar dog versus a white collar dog? Like, what the fuck are we doing?
They are too meat woke. Yep.
Yeah, like why are you trying to make me feel bad because I ate a chef that made a homemade hot dog? Why are you trying to make me feel bad because you eat the blue collar working man's dog?
I've yet to see anybody say, I had the hot dog, Logan was great, but that hot dog sucked. It's only people who were like, I miss the mind erasers at that shitty karaoke with the one-arm DJ.
I like a mind eraser.
That's what I want in my life, and their hot dogs suck.
Anyway,
let's make a flag with a snake sitting on a hot dog. And then don't tread on my hot dog. All right, let's take a break.
All right, let me get some more music here. Oh, this one's good. This one, it doesn't tie in But it's going to work perfectly because it's a cold intro. It comes in really, really fast.
It's the Hot Diggity Dog by Mickey Mouse. How's it not fit in?
No, but it's close. From the album Set Your Pussy Free from the band No Bro, it is Let's Do Drugs.
GuardianWaterServices.com.
How good is your water? Because I'll tell you what, mine is amazing.
Yeah, with the RO systems we have in our house, it's underneath our sink.
Delicious.
And gives you pure RO water. I have it hooked up to my fridge, so I get RO ice too. And you get a little, faucet that just comes, that is hooked up to it, so RO comes out of the faucet.
I mean, it's better for your drinking. It's better for your cooking. I was just smoking a chicken the other day. I used that water to make my brine. It's unlike any. Just get it. It's way better.
And if you use Guardian Water Services, send me an email. We'll give you a gift.
Yep.
I got an email the other day from a BDM that used Guardian Water Services. I believe he lived out where you can only get well water. So stinky fart water.
Yeah, it is fart water.
And then, so he got a whole house conditioning system. So that'll also save you money in soaps. It'll save your pipes from becoming calcified.
Fortified.
And then you have to repipe your whole house.
Yeah.
That'll cost you $5,000.
You got grade A farts in your walls. You got to get this fart water out of here.
Or if you're worried about the quality of your water, they'll come test your water and let you know how good your actual water is that you're giving your family.
Yeah,
that
you're
you are
killing your family. You could be killing your family.
It could be full of chlorine.
Oh, hold on. I can do this. Are you killing your family with fart water? We should do those ads, right?
Fart water is fine.
Should I talk to Josh about that? Should we throw a little more fear into our commercials where I'm like, Guardian Water says you're killing your family with fart water. Right? That's good.
Yeah.
I think that'll ratchet it up.
And one of the best things about Guardian Water is they've helped Yellow Brick Road for years and years.
All jokes aside, man, how many wagons do you, like 50, 20? And they're $1,000 a piece. These are wagons that kids with congenital heart defects use so they can go visit their grandparents, so they can get outside into like nature, so they can see the sunshine and not have to be in a hotel, not have to be in a hospital room, sun up to sun down. So they're really, really awesome, and they're expensive. And Guardian and Josh and his team have been giving portions of everything you spend with Guardian to make these wagons happen.
Orlando and Tampa, so if you're over in the Tampa area, you can use them too. It's GuardianWaterServices.com.
That is the brand new single from Jordan Foley and the Wheelhouse, That Fight in the Desert. Thanks to those guys for coming in. You know what I like?
Will's Pub tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm going to try to... No, I think I'm already occupied that night. What I like about Jordan and Tyler when they come in here is they just shoot the shit and hang out with us.
They seem like very sweet boys.
They are very sweet boys. So support local music and support good, nice Americana rock bands like Jordan Foley and the Wheelhouse. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. Let's do some Dump 'em Out.
All right, buddy. Dump 'em Out is now.
Dump 'em out. Dump 'em out. Everybody. Dump 'em out. Dump 'em out. Dump 'em out. Dump 'em out. Everybody. Dump 'em out.
Hey, we got too many topics on the list today. It's the end of the motherfucking show. So come on, baby. Let's dump 'em out and play. I want to see your topics. Ooh, I want to also see your bottomics.
Dump 'em out. Dump 'em out. Everybody. Dump 'em out. Dump 'em out.
Dump 'em Out brought to you by Tom and Dan Watering Holes. So we've got a new watering hole that, speaking of Will's
This
Pub...
is a good one. This is like a white whale. This is like a white whale.
Yeah, between Will's Pub and Little Indies.
Yeah, it is the greatest little metal punk rock tiki setup you could ever find. It's called Dirty Laundry. It's a nice little spot where you can get just straight twisted and have a great time. Nadeem, my friend, he does cheap-ass bingo out there. They do trivia out there. It's it's awesome.
Yep, and you can
fucking did comedy there just like 4 weeks ago.
Nice,
It's a good little
man.
comedy spot for outdoors. It's a good comedy spot.
Really?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I didn't know you. Well, next time I'll stop by because I'm gonna try to get out more.
Maybe the 4th of September. What do you want from us live with me and Larry Fulford at Will's Pub?
I'll be at that.
Swing by.
Yeah, I'm coming to that.
You saw the one at the Bullenbush.
I did, but
how fun is that show?
It's a great show, but I
It's
didn't
fun.
see it. Did you hear my story? I told the BDS.
I didn't, but I was there.
Yeah, I sat in the. I'm too small to share a booth with anybody. Dan Stone, the voice of Real Radio, offered to share his booth with friends, and they put me in the booth, and they put me in the back of the booth, and because I am 5'2", in the back of a booth at Bullenbush, I can't see the stage.
Oh.
So I just had to listen to it or turn my phone on the camera and hold the camera out so I could shoot it and see the stage. But
And I don't know if you told this on the show, Dan, but from your point of view, all you could see was the guy sitting at the bar who presumably had Tourette's.
yeah, I hated that
Based
man.
on how he acted, he had Tourette's.
I hated that. I told you I hated that man. I almost got a fight with that man.
Dan Stone was... there's nobody calmer than Dan Stone.
Yeah.
Dan Stone was professing violence against this man at the bar.
He made the calmest man I know
ever in history. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what do we want to do first?
What do we got?
Future Dan and Andrea.
Yeah, this is courtesy of a friend of the show. Gave us a voicemail. She might or might not be in this room. And this is Future Dan and Andrea.
Okay.
I was sent this voicemail message. Tell me if I'm wrong. Ready? Future Dan and Andrea. This is us when we're old.
Oh, God.
You have to set the scene. It's Dan and Andrea. Andrea is, what is Andrea doing? Well, obviously she's taking care of me. Andrea's calling to take care of something that I didn't do, or right? She's trying to make things better, trying to help.
Okay, yeah,
and
yeah.
then just wait for me to come in. Here we go.
Is this a 2 or a 7? You wrote down the numbers.
Hey, hold on here. Hold on. Diane, I have to get back to work. Which number
Is that a 7 or a 2?
Where? This?
Yeah.
It's a 2. How could it be a 7?
Oh my God.
Well, look, could that be a 7?
Okay.
The best part is her disgust at the end.
No, we might want to put Tracy's mic on because she actually sent this voicemail.
This is from Tracy.
Where's this from, Tracy?
Party Patch.
Somebody accidentally called Party Patch.
Yeah, now let's analyze it.
We're one number different.
Is this a 2 or a 7?
She's being very sweet.
She is.
this a 2 or a 7? You wrote down the numbers.
Hey, hold on here. Hold on. Diane, I have to get back to work.
Not true. I mean, we don't do anything.
Yeah.
I don't do anything.
Yeah.
Not true. I don't need to get back to work. I'm not even doing anything. But
He
I
was
have to
jerking
tell
off.
Andrea that my job, I have to flex and flex on her that my job is more important than hers, no matter what she does.
I'm a big fan of old married couples that hate each other.
There you go. You can hear the hate. You can hear the hate.
And they love
What
each other.
about
but
couples
they
in their
hate.
40s?
Yeah, they're there.
That's what I'm working towards.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
my.
I think you're already there, buddy.
My goal is to just
Now-
openly bitch at
Yeah.
my boiler, but fighting it was just
Well,
like,
let's-
God damn.
Let's go back to it. Listen to how dumb this lady is. Well, he says she's dumb. Listen to how dumb she is. Listen.
Is that a 7 or a 2?
Where? This?
Yeah.
It's a 2. How could it be a 7?
How can it be a 7,
how
you
could it
idiot?
be a 7?
How could it be a 7? You're so fucking stupid. How could it be a 7? And then wait.
And to build on that, she is obviously dialed some fucking voicemail and is talking into it and has no fucking clue.
yeah,
she's
of
a
course.
ditz.
Yeah, here we go.
Well, look, could that be a 7?
Okay.
I like that.
Hold on. I'm on her side.
Me too.
No,
guy's a dickhead.
she's an idiot. Because
Oh, why she do
Of course you're on her side. You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's a fucking 7, you idiot.
I'm not an idiot.
How could that be a fucking 2? It's a 7, you idiot. You knew it was.
Yeah.
You gotta
You got
hold on.
shitty handwriting.
It happens.
Dan.
It happens I got one today. It happens all the time. The font that they use on their website, which is really funny because Kramer, when he was on here, he actually mentioned the other website. Remember he was talking about gut medicine? One day it was like a gut pill, and that's what this
Oh, God.
is.
I've blocked it all out.
It's this Dr. Gundry's like
Gundry?
vital red medicine.
Dr. Gundry's Vital. No, it's Dr. Gundry's Vital Red Medicine.
Yes, and only old people take it because
What does it do?
Because they're the only ones
It's
dumb
fucking
enough
vital.
to buy it.
It's vital.
I had a message this morning. I called the woman back because I felt really bad. Some of them I did not call these people back.
Can I tell you why she's dumb? Can I prove it to you? Can I prove to you why you and Sam are wrong and why me and Ross are correct? She knew the numbers. She dialed the fucking number.
Well, I think the problem is she dialed the number. She heard the voicemail thing that comes from our thing. She's like, "What the hell is this? Isn't what?" That's why she was questioning. Wait, did I dial the right number? That's what she's asking.
And if you're not a fucking idiot, you hang up.
Yeah,
I agree.
True. But here's the one thing I do know.
I think she was just so flustered.
When you're in your 80s, how do you say "I love you"? This is how.
Okay.
I actually had received a voicemail from someone, and it was an old woman, and she called and left a horrible message. She goes, "I need to cancel this. I can't figure out how to do it. This was my husband's medicine, and he passed away." And I was like,
"What, the party patch was his medicine?"
No, Dr. Grundry let him down. Yeah.
So I called her back and said I was sorry for her loss and gave her the right number.
All I want is some Grundy juice.
Hold on, Grundy's are underwear.
Bring out your underwear.
Grundy's are underwear.
Grungy or whatever his name
No,
is.
Grundy's are underwear. My dad would be like, "God damn it, you piece, you Grundy's."
By the way, if I talked to Crystal like this, I would never get my dick touched again.
I think she would like it. I think she would like it. She told us in here that she would like that if you would verbally slap her around a little bit.
Yeah, that's the line.
If your Reds were vitaler, you'd be you'd be talking to her like that all the time.
You need a vital Red Rogan.
All right, what's the next one?
Let's see. We got, quote, "Wish there was a cop."
Oh, yeah. How often are you guys driving down the road? It's right. It's the quintessential. You're sitting at the light, and somebody does something like crazy or stupid or egregiously bad, or maybe a motorcycle is cutting down the lanes or something, and you're like, "I wish there was a cop." Do you guys ever do that? I had one on last Saturday. I was sitting at a light. There was a guy also sitting. It's both red, and I'm sitting at the light, and there's a turn lane here, and you can't turn. It's a left-hand turn. You can't turn. He's in the turn lane. I'm going straight. This guy, he's looking at the light, and he's like, "Oh, fuck it. I'm going to go." He punches it. As he goes, a car goes through the other light, and we are nanoseconds away from everybody being dead. Like, seriously.
That's the best. It gets your heart racing, but you're not involved at all.
It
That's
ruined
the
my
best.
coffee a little bit. I just tooted, and I was just like, "Oh, man, that is not..."
Shit. It's like TV then.
And I said, "I wish there was a cop." As I ended the word cop, there's a cop truck at the light I didn't see behind a box truck, and I said, "Whoop!" And he pulls out, and he pulled him over. I was like, "Oh, shit, you never get that. You never get that."
See, no matter what, if someone gets pulled over, no matter what they did, I feel bad for them.
Okay.
If a cop arrests
that guy
someone,
just got pulled over for killing his wife. I feel bad.
But my initial, I'm not saying if I think about it and really tell you my true, of course,
You're
whatever.
going to dial in the details. You're just saying blanket statement.
But
what if it's a guy that was an asshole to you in traffic, and then he gets pulled over? You still feel bad for him?
I feel like, poor motherfucker.
Gotcha.
I always sympathize.
Always team human. Well, he's always team human, never team cop.
Well, it's not even being a team. It's just I feel bad for the person getting pulled over.
You got that ACAB tattoo, so it's like...
I was going to say, is Tom team ACAB?
What is ACAB?
All cops are bad.
God, it's not ACAB.
I don't.
So I don't know that one either.
Oh, really?
I
think I've heard
all cops are bad.
I forget half the stuff I hear.
It's not that bad. I just feel bad for the person going through
pulled over,
getting a ticket or whatever. It's just
I don't want anybody to get a traffic citation.
This piece of shit that just almost killed 2 people. No, fuck that guy. Give him a ticket.
No, I know. You're right.
Dan Paul says you are a scum empath. I like that.
This kind of ties in. I told you guys I got to experience racism.
What's that?
I got to experience racism as a white guy.
Oh, you were going to tell us this.
I don't know if that's a thing, but go ahead.
So, I was racism adjacent. How about that, Sam? So there's this kid that does a radio show late night Saturday on WPRK. No, I wish I got to be on fucking Coast to Coast too. That'd be the best. But next best, I got to be on college radio, WPRK. This kid does a show called Let's Be Friends, or if it's comics, he calls it Let's Be Comics. I think musicians, he has one too. But it's late night Saturday nights. I think it was a trivia night, so I buzzed from trivia up to Rollins campus, which is where they broadcast out of. And this is it's 11:30 when I get there. I think we started broadcasting at midnight, and it's me, Dwayne Williams and Jari Knows. So me and 2 black comics, right?
Okay.
And we had a great time. It was a great show. It was a lot of fun. Let's Be Comics. Go look them up on your preferred podcast app. Download it. It was awesome. Can you swear in Safe Harbor? This kid told us you could swear in Safe Harbor.
You can, and college radio stations get a little more leeway with it. And they also kind of run with it, like saying that. I mean, because they're both right and wrong. Like, you really shouldn't be egregious with it, but I used to do it.
Because we were dropping motherfuckers like crazy, and then like the whole next day I was waiting for the FCC to come knock on my door. Because
well, you wouldn't get in trouble.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
It doesn't exist.
Not your license.
Anymore.
Well, if WPRK gets their license pulled because I say motherfucker,
that's
I'm gonna be,
No, it doesn't matter.
I would feel terrible.
It doesn't matter who says it. It's literally just the company.
So we get. I think this kid just has like free reign to do as much time as he wants because we went fucking long. I think we got out of there like 2 a.m. or something like that. It was like late, and so me and Jari Dwayne walk out. We walk out front and we're talking. We're just like standing out in front on the Rollins College campus talking. Nobody's around. It's fucking dead. There had been like some wedding or something earlier, so there's like all these like cones everywhere, but there's nobody around. We're talking. Maybe we got a little bit loud. We're like 3 comics in the middle of the night. We just got off a radio show. We're all jazzed up. And so...
yeah, energy level is high.
We're standing on the sidewalk talking, and a golf cart rolls up. And it's like a 50-year-old white dude, and I'm going to say a 12-year-old white boy, right?
That's a mismatch.
In a golf cart, middle of the goddamn night.
I was going to say, isn't it like 2 a.m.?
It's the middle of the goddamn night.
I fucking hate kid security guards. Assholes.
Middle of the goddamn night, Rollins College campus, nobody around. This dude and this kid rolls up on a golf cart and goes, "Hey, was that you guys being loud?" And like we kind of like we're like, "Yeah, I guess it was." You know, we just we start explaining to this motherfucker. We just got out of the college radio show.
Was it the kids saying, "Hey"?
No, it was the dude. The kid was sitting there, stone faced the whole time. I think he was a little bit aware of how bad this was.
Oh, okay.
So the guy goes, "You sure?" We heard some yelling, and again we're like, "Well, yeah, maybe it was us. We're sorry. We'll quiet down. You know, sorry about that." But there's nobody. It's a fucking college campus in the middle of the night. Who the fuck
on
are we?
On a Saturday.
Who the fuck are we bothering exactly? And so he goes through a couple more rounds of like, everybody's okay here. Everything's fine. And we keep going, yeah, everything's fine. We'll quiet down. What the fuck? And then he goes one more hard look and he looks right at me and he goes, "We were pretty sure we heard somebody screaming for help. That was not you guys?" And that's when I realized, like, he thought fucking Jari and Dwayne were robbing me. And he's going to fucking Batman this situation and break up a goddamn,
so he was a racist.
Hold on, that's regular racism.
Yeah.
That's not reverse racism.
Yeah.
I was waiting for them to be racist against you.
Yeah, I didn't say it was reverse racism. I said I got to experience racism.
Yeah. You were there while it was happening.
We interpreted it that someone was being racist towards you. Okay.
Yeah. I got it now.
And this guy kept
I've seen that all the time.
Yeah.
He kept asking, like, if anybody needed help so much. I started looking behind me.
Yeah.
Like, and then once I realized, like, he was talking to me, he was ignoring Jari.
It would have been so good if your friends would have acted like you were the one that was, like, being the asshole. Like, he's got to go.
Yeah, go get help. He's robbing us. That would have been amazing. But, yeah.
I love that.
Every time.
How did it end?
How does it end?
Seriously. 5 or 6 times, like, was like, "You're sure?"
And he was like,
"Everything's okay."
giving you the
we
wink.
thought we heard screaming. "You're sure?"
It's like you're talking to the lady that
like,
walked
you
into
should
the bank with her husband, and she slides you a note that says, "I need help," and then you consistently keep asking her. You know, it's like they thought that secretly they had a gun or something.
Yeah,
that you were afraid that you needed to pass a secret message on to him.
And I don't get this logic. A minute ago, I was screaming for help, but now like help is here, and I'm keeping. I don't get like how it worked in his head. But
also, if we're running the numbers, you're a betting guy. I'm going to put up the 2 black guys versus the old man and the kid every time. Every time they're going to whip that ass.
Who knows what he's got on that golf cart? This is
true.
Fucking Florida.
That's
likely
true.
armed.
He could have had a leg that was a gun. You never know.
He just asked like 5 or 6 times, and then
like, well, not here, but you might want to start rolling around to see who the fuck was asking for help.
And then he fucked off. I don't know where he went. Yeah, he just left.
What else we got there?
Okay, we got Maisie's new dance schedule.
Yeah, it's getting worse. I mean, now it's Tuesday through Friday. With some weekends, it's like now the only day I get to see her is Monday.
So she goes to work, school.
It is. She gets to school.
After school is dance till you said 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
at night?
it's like
what?
It's like she gets out of school at 3 or around that or 2-ish, 3-ish. Then home. dressed, straight to dance from 4 to 8.
She likes it though.
Loves it.
She's a regular JoJo Siwa.
I like
Loves
that
it.
dog. That
Loves
she's
it.
a grinder.
4 to 8, 4 to 8, 4 to 8.
There's no way my boys would ever be able to do anything like that schedule.
I don't like it.
You know,
I mean, I
where you
support
wake
it.
up and you go to school, then go to dance work, and then you go home, sleep, and then start it over.
I
Like,
hate that.
That's
She
a
gets
true
home,
grinder.
like last night she got home. She ate a cold, we had cooked, Andrea and I cooked, and then, so she ate a meatloaf. A little mini meatloaf with some, what do we have? Like some broccoli or some garbage. And it was cold. You know, I don't get to eat with her. I'm not saying, like, oh, poor me, but I am a little bit. I'm complaining. It makes me feel better to complain on here. It's like the therapy.
That's good, though, when they find something they like and they're into that.
I know, you're right. I don't do any of this in front of her, so I get to do it here. I complain to him a lot, right? I complain to you probably the most.
Yeah. I think you do most of the time.
He's
I'm
not listening.
But that's okay. That's the
I'm
best
up in
complaint.
my
No,
head,
but this is the perfect relationship, right?
Yeah.
If
I
I'm not
assume
doing
you're
any-
just venting out.
better you
so-
than Sam. I mean, Sam will actually listen to me, and she'll be like, "Oh my god," you know. But you, if you could tune it out, I just need somebody to be there.
Yeah.
So I can walk to Publix and complain about it, and then walk back and get it out. That way, I don't accidentally say it in front of her because that would be really bad.
Is this true? Sometimes my wife will be doing that, and I'll just like I'll get a popsicle stick, and I'll say, "Here, just talk to the popsicle stick," and I'm going to leave. We're both listening the same amount.
Oh my God.
He's taking his.
Well, hold on. Now you're turning it into Tom.
This is the second time today.
That's why he hates me.
This is the second time today that Ross has said something that was overtly Tom. The second time today, something's fucking happening.
Because he's saying the truth.
Well, hold on.
Wow.
What are you? Are
Let's
you
pause. Let's pause because first of all, Tom would never have the fucking balls to do that to Crystal.
No, I don't think he would.
Yeah, he would never tell her he was.
Yeah,
not
he would
listening
think
to her.
that in his brain, but he wouldn't actually do it or say it.
Okay, I understand you need to get it out. It's like vomiting, right? But do I have to hear it? Or do I have to?
I
put
ask that every day here.
Do I have to put my ear to the bathroom door and listen to you puke into the toilet? Can I just go somewhere? I'll go in the garage. I don't need to hear it. I understand that it has to happen.
You're her spouse. You're her support.
Well, here's the thing.
But she
I
doesn't
guess-
want any feedback. She just wants me to take it.
Yeah, take it.
But I'm like, for what reason? You need someone to take your bullshit?
Yes.
Who's the bad
That's
one?
what you signed up for.
Since I'm apparently Tom now, I'll defend Tom because like
Oh my God, the world is ending, bro.
my wife, Crystal.
I like this new show.
Do whatever you want this weekend because
This dish is pretty
it's
great.
all coming to an end now.
This
Global warming. Ross is now Tom. I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Ross is eating $50 hot dogs. He turned
What's
into Tom. He's wearing a polo shirt. He's got a pompadour.
Cats and dogs are living together. My wife, Crystal, I presume. The problem is that they don't open mic their stuff. They don't just like my wife will come home and tell me from like she doesn't go to work a lot, but if she does go to work, she will tell me every single thing that happened from she parked the car until she left. And like one thing is there is interesting. Cherry pick that one interesting thing. Tell me that. Don't tell me about how Chuck ran out of coffee and the coffee maker broke and then like all the like the secretaries, her cousin's uncle got into a car wreck and so she was all broken up. Open mic your shit. Cherry pick the interesting thing. Tell me that. Leave the rest out.
Now hold on.
I've lost even Tom.
You're my husband.
It's too complicated for him to execute it.
Do you guys not vent to your wives?
No.
I vent to my wife, but
I can't believe that, Tom. There's no way you don't.
I vent to her,
I'm
but I choose...
asking to solve a problem. Just like, when I'm talking out loud in here,
right?
Which is the only way you can talk.
Well, we call it thinking. It should be thinking out loud.
But I'm saying things because I'm trying to find an answer. And if someone gave me an answer, I'll be like, oh my God, thank you.
Yeah, but she's probably heard like, shut the fuck up. You won't stop talking.
I vent to Andrea a decent amount, and then I use the majority of it goes to my therapist. I try to write it all down, and then I address it when I get in there, and then bits and pieces to Andrea, but I don't try to like wear her out as much as I used to.
Sam, my wife is so good. After 20 years, she sees me come into a room. I take a breath to start to talk, and she talks.
Oh, that's
Swear
a
to
fucking
God.
pro move.
Swear to God.
Have you been together?
I can't tell you how many times I've said, honey, you just talked my talk right back down my talk hole, and now I can't talk.
My talk hole?
Yeah.
Talk hole.
Overwhelm me with talk.
Taco or taco?
Wow, that's a pro move.
Are we married, Rob?
Here's the biggest problem, Sam, that I can't even begin to understand, that has plagued me for 20 years
Math.
now. Is that when Crystal is telling me these things, I have an answer that I think that will solve this problem. Like, I have a solution.
So why don't you say it?
He does. And then she's like, I don't want that.
Well, every time I say the solution, then I get met with anger.
Every time?
Yes, every time. Because she's like, I'm not telling you this so you could try to solve my problems. I'm telling you this so you could hear and
so what's the
be
correct
some sort
play?
of
Support.
partner.
Yes.
Give her a popsicle stick.
But I'm like, but I have the answer. It's right here. I can easily tell you.
No.
This can be solved.
Well,
by
I've heard some of your answers, buddy.
Okay, like smart answer.
I give
it's so
I've got
good.
the best answers. The super smart.
It's so good. it can solve this whole problem here. And like, I have the solution to your misery, but when I tell it to you, it causes more misery. And then I'm like, well, I don't even
Maybe
understand.
the problem's you.
I give, like, Andrea will do this now where Andrea will ask me. She'll be like, or I'll be spilling something to her, and then she'll be like, okay. That's what I'll get back.
Well, that she's doing what she's supposed to do to the girl.
No, but I do. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. No, but that's also, I can put myself in Crystal's shoes in telling you that we don't want an answer, but we do want a little more than you going, okay, because it comes off a little...
Well, that's all we can say.
No,
you don't want an answer.
No, just yes and it.
A little emotional engagement.
Don't give me an answer, but go like, you could even do something simple like, well, how does that make you feel? And then I'll keep talking.
Oh,
but
that
like,
sucks.
But
Right.
don't go, okay, because Andrea will do that all the time. She'll be like, well, like, or
That minimizes it.
yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It
well,
makes
your problems are stupid.
I knew it. I knew I'd get there.
And all you're doing is you want to transfer your emotions to me, and then you want me to get angry about it.
No, that's not true.
She wants Charlie to be consoled.
That's not true. I don't want to get
Right?
anybody else angry. I don't tell Andrea shit to make her mad.
You're her safe space.
Some support. He doesn't know what any
Yeah,
of
did
that
it again.
means.
Okay.
It's the new yeah. Meet up and count.
What can you do for me?
How about I solve the problem, and then there's no more problem.
I don't know that you're known for a problem solver, Tom.
Then we can go. Well, but I'll tell
But
her.
her problems are easy.
It's stupid.
I'm glad you said it right. You know what? We should be part of
these guys. You know what?
That's what I was thinking, but I was like, I can't say that.
Wait till we
That's
get
a
this.
dickhead thing.
A dickhead time with Tom and Ross.
Wait till we get this.
It's called hardwired.
What if we morphed our goddamn powers together?
Oh my God.
And
You know what it's called? It's called Hardwired for Hot Dogs is what it's called. Hardwired for Hot Dogs. And a picture of you guys at Primrose Lanes. You're both holding...
We're Lady and Tramping the hot dog.
you're Lady and Tramping a massive hot dog.
Secure that Instagram right now.
Fantastic. What else is on there? Oh,
my God.
that's a good tie-in. My therapist tells me yesterday, I'm doing this EMDR therapy, and I'm walking through sort of the aspects of the bad things in my life that may not be bad to everybody else, but like affected me in a weird way, and I'm trying to improve myself. And my therapist pulls me aside after yesterday's session and says, "You know what? I think the thing with your mom and your dad, I think we've graduated. I think we're done. I think we've graduated you on. So we need to think of other things to work on now in EMDR, because now when you're going back into these memories of like the passing of your mom and dad, you're desensitized to it. You're doing pretty good. You seem to be doing better, and you're pulling yourself out of the trough. So well done. And we got to think of other things to do. So now I need to make a new list of things to work on.
Okay.
Well, are you not crazy anymore?
That was good.
Do they?
I don't know. I'm on the right path.
You have the antidote?
I have the antidote.
All right.
I'm on the right path.
How do they know that?
I don't know. I don't know how they know that. I see her writing in her book.
Or are they just tired of hearing the same story?
Could be that.
Because that's what
She's like, well, I've heard enough about this topic, so you've graduated.
Yeah, it's like, I am bored to death of your dead mother. I'm bored to death of your dead father. You've graduated.
Moving on.
Only so much you can hear.
I wonder if they have some sort of like readout where they can tell how much they've burned out your neurons or whatever the hell they do with that stuff.
Yeah, I never really thought about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it is all neuroplasticity, and I know that I'm like changing the way that my mind activates memories. I know that that's what I'm actively doing, but it does seem to be working. I can't really explain it other than you're just rewriting memories, or at least making it so you can go into those places, like the memory of something as horrible as your mom and dad dying. You want to be able to navigate that without bursting into tears, right? You want to be able to, like, even the fact that I'm able to talk to you guys about it right now in a different, it's like it feels different. It's weird. It's hard to explain.
I don't know this, but it feels like you're talking about like the same thing that happens with the passage of time. Like, you know, where it's helping you get to a place you would have been like maybe 10 years down the road where you've absorbed this and processed it, and you're just getting there quicker with this.
Yeah, you nailed it. I haven't. See, I haven't processed it.
But you had this treatment, and it kind of feels like you have processed it.
Yeah, like you're actually, that's a good point. It's almost like you're going backwards. And like, let's say with, and I know this isn't like super yucks a lot funny stuff, but like with my dad, like going back to that and readdressing that memory and then rewriting it in a maybe not such an immediate way. You know, desensitize yourself to it.
A little bit detached viewing.
Yeah, so it's more of a true memory and less of a like, holy shit, this feels like it's happening right now. Yeah. So if you're interested in that, I would urge anybody to look into it. But yeah, I got to keep going.
This may not be a surprise to anybody, but when someone says to me, like, you haven't processed this correctly, I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about and can't even comprehend what you mean by that.
I know.
And
it's so frustrating dealing
because
with
it's like, it happened this way. What I need to
I'm not sure you do process that.
I'm not sure.
No.
What's your process?
There's only one reality, and then I know it, and then now I don't know what you want me to do.
Yeah, you're like a sponge. It's either wet or it's dry. There's no in between. Yeah,
we're processing what? I don't even. What do you mean? Anyway, okay, we'll end with this.
Things happen, and then you absorb them in your brain and think about them. See, that's the part where you stop. You don't think about things.
Well, it's just, what can I do? What is not going to make it better? The things that happen. What am I supposed to do?
But you understand more things are going to happen in the future, and some of them might be similar to things that have happened in the past. So if you think about things that have happened in the past, you might be more prepared for the future.
Correct. It gives you the tools to be able to.
Yeah, I needed to improve my coping mechanisms. Weren't very good
for the next time your mom dies.
You'll be more exactly. I'm hoping. I can't wait.
Or just death in general, right?
Sure.
I mean,
just
grief is a hard thing to
anything
process.
in general. Yeah, I mean, like just applying those techniques to a point where your baseline is naturally not as spiky and weird. You know?
Aggressive, yeah, sure.
I like the technique of not thinking about it.
Yeah, that's hard though.
It works every time.
That's hard.
Just don't think about it.
Literally anti-processing.
Historically, though,
I like that.
Historically, though, a lot of people who do that have like a snap back where like it all comes rushing back at once, and it's fucking brutal.
Yeah, that's called the
big law.
Yeah, that
never coming back. It would have happened by now, right? It's like flooding. It's like you live in a flood zone. I have to live here for 10 years.
It never happened. It never will.
Anyway,
oh, dude.
All right, to end with this. So, you guys know I like a deal, and
you guys know I'm cheap.
It's not really cheap. It's more of trying to find the best value I can.
Right.
Anyway. It's in the Venn diagram.
Also, by the way, when Tom finds value, keep in mind that the value is only a surface level value, and he will not add in his time, what he does, where he goes, how much stuff he does.
Doesn't process everything else.
Nothing behind the scenes matters. It's a surface level value.
How far he travels, the gas,
you gotta keep in mind. Yeah.
So,
value is debatable.
I need to buy my son's new four-wheelers.
They're demanding them.
Oh my God, don't you guys only do it once a year? Just rent them.
They've been demanding the new bikes.
They have. No, they don't even know what's going on. It's all for me.
I know. Just say it.
So I want this once-a-year trip that I did when I was a kid, and I'll do anything to get
there. It is.
What if one day your boys, or just one, says, "Daddy, I don't want to do that this year"?
I've indoctrinated them so good that they are terrified of disappointing me.
I love that.
That's why when they do, it's such a surprise.
Yes, but when they do disappoint you, you're gonna have to build them up real big, or it'll crush them.
They'll continue to go, even if they hate it, just to appease me.
Yes,
because
if Daddy has to do shit he hates, you're doing shit you hate. It's the hate way.
Do they make an inflatable four-wheeler?
They do. They do.
It hurts.
It hurts.
Anyway, okay. So I go on Facebook Marketplace and I find this one in Tampa. And it's brand new.
Don't even. What?
No, when he's on his way to Tampa, this is when we have our business
I
talks.
feel bad. That,
God.
I feel really bad that Sam is now in the mode that I was like 5 years ago, where she'll go, "Why do you go to Facebook Market?" Just stop asking. He's going to always go there. He's going to always
We have a sponsor.
Gas to
he doesn't
Tampa
want
and
that.
back.
He
Has
doesn't
to
want to
be
do
at least
that.
as much as a four-wheeler.
This thing was cherry. And it was cheap. And I was like, oh my God.
Cheap cherry.
Get it while it lasts.
Cheap cherry.
They had a video of it running. Nowadays,
It's just like bioluminescence.
Once you add the video, that legitimizes it for me.
The guy in the
no
video,
no deal.
The guy in the video was wearing a Bob Dole 96 T-shirt. But
Anyway, so I tell the guy I'm coming Wednesday. Remember, I jetted out of here.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta drive.
I got a deal. I got a line on a deal.
Cherry.
And then so I go get $2,500 cash. I tell the guy, I'm bringing $2,500 cash. Which Crystal said, like, don't tell anybody you're bringing cash.
Right.
You're gonna murder you.
I even put it on Twitter. I put it on X. I was like, he's traveling with cash.
and I'm never worried about murder. I'm like, no. Fine.
Okay.
He gave me the address. I looked at his house, and I could tell.
You were going to say you FaceTimed his house.
No, I could tell.
Grandpa FaceTimed the house, everybody. Did you hear about it?
I could tell by your house if you're going to murder me or not.
I can do that too. It's called profiling.
Yeah, I'm very good at it. Anyway, so
I can tell if you have weapons or not.
I go, I drive, and my God, the fucking drive to Tampa.
Well, you went when
Doing
Beyonce.
it tomorrow, buddy.
He did it. It was the night of Beyonce Tampa, and I'm like,
there's got to be a better way. I-force.
I was on the phone with him, and he's like yelling at the screen with his maps and everything.
Old Grandpa yelling at his navigation.
He's going to be mad that you're saying that. Yeah.
I don't
Great job, Tracy. You'll be fired next
You're
week.
telling me business, and the goddamn map. I'm going to call the MapQuest. The GPS.
We know. We heard it.
It's talking over you.
Is that a 2 or a 7?
I can't. They should make the program so it doesn't talk over the phone.
Stop
You
the show
can,
to
you
say,
can
I
mute
called
that.
it
I don't know.
MapQuest. Yeah, your mic's on.
He could have printed it.
Anyway, so I'm driving, and then I start getting
I
down.
agree with you, by the way. I went to Tampa recently for the weekend concert, and it is, for lack of a better word, it's a real Colonial Lanes of a town.
Yeah. It is the worst drive.
It's terrible.
There were whatever going to Raymond James Stadium, whatever surface street we were taking, like you're going down blocks of a surface street, there were just piles of trash on the corners.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's their fucking
Those
system
are people.
or what.
Those are people.
They're kids, Tampa.
Ebor might as well be a dump. It's all trash and chickens. That's it.
So I drive there. I start going down some back roads. I'm in the
good.
goddamn farmlands in Tampa.
That's
where they four-wheel.
Exactly.
I was like, where did Brady throw his goddamn trophy? This is nowhere near this.
Body like a back row.
Yeah, and so I'm in some, the sticks of Tampa.
Yeah. I
And-
thought you were going to say shithole like Trump did from the plane. That's funny. Oh, that was funny. So funny.
And so I pull up to the guy's house, and this was, I guess,
You said it was a nice house,
my
right?
first red flag, a little bit of a red flag.
Yeah.
Paved driveway, dirt driveway.
Or was it an actual red flag?
No, it was like it was in a townhouse community.
Okay.
So it was just a townhouse.
I live in a townhouse.
But
Was this the military?
They found a
No.
real cheap place to slap down some houses.
Yeah.
so
Hard to keep a four-wheeler in a townhome, though, I will say.
I had been messaging the guy back and forth, and then he's like, "Yep, got the, I'll be there." I was like, "I'm going to be there
All
around
set up
4.
and murder. I mean, yep, we'll be there waiting for you.
And and by the way, he said I've been telling him I'm going to be there around 4 for the past a day or so, and I'm getting there 4:45, so I'm 45 minutes late.
Oh, look at
because
you.
of the goddamn
That's
traffic.
Facebook Marketplace on time.
yeah. But the guy, but I pull up.
Did
and
you tell him, though? You were like, I'm sorry, I'm running late.
I kind of kept him update. Like GPS says 40 minutes. I'm giving him a little heavy, and he's like, "No problem, thumbs
Wow,
up."
he never does that for us when he's running late.
Yeah, well, he
I'm always
cares-
like, where the fuck is Tom?
You got to understand, he
Well,
cares
you guys
more
are
for
not-
the deal than he does us.
At the end of the rainbow, it's not a cheap four-wheeler.
exactly.
Get a cherry
That's our
four-wheeler, Sam.
sponsors. Like Mo's sitting here waiting for you to roll
He
in.
cares more about his sons riding four-wheelers angrily with him than he does about us.
Sponsors are a dime a dozen. They've been doing this for a decade. I'm just saying.
If you're a sponsor, write him and tell him how much that matters to you.
I'm joking. Anyway, so I pull into the guy's driveway, and all of a sudden our Jeep comes, and it's him, and he's just now getting home or going to this house or whatever. So I thought that was weird. Because
I was just out stealing more four-wheelers.
I was going to say, are you sure he lives there?
Well, he opened the garage door, and then, so he gets out with 2 babies. It's just him and 2 babies.
I'm going to kill these after you.
So I say babies, but they're like 2 years old. But I consider them babies.
Yeah, 2 toddlers.
2, 3, whatever. I
That's
can't
a
really
baby.
tell.
They're in diapers, yeah.
So he gets out. He's like, So my first thought was like, that's weird. I've been texting you back and forth about.
How do you text with these babies in your hand?
He didn't say, I'm on my way too. I should get there. Like, I'm 45 minutes late. Why
Maybe
are
the
you
babies
just
were
coming here?
texting.
Anyway, but I got my eye on the prize. I want this goddamn 4-wheeler.
Yeah.
And when he opens his garage,
You're drunk with it, aren't you?
I see it.
Yeah.
It's
You start
there.
salivating. Yeah.
And it's brand new.
You start licking your chops, pumping organs straight up like a Westie's tail.
And so then he's like, sorry. So he gets out, the babies are screaming crazy, and they're asking me questions. I'm like, get out of here.
The babies.
Are you Chunky the Bear?
They're like,
Are you trying to buy my dad's stolen 4-wheeler? Why do you let your kids watch South Park?
And
Your feet stink.
Were you talking to Tracy in the car?
now this has nothing to do with the story.
Why do you have
but
MapQuest papers hanging out of your shorts?
except for the fact that I took his post as if he wrote it in broken English because he speaks broken English, right? And I know I grew up in Miami.
Yeah.
I know how people from Miami write in posts. There's a little bit of broken English in the writing.
Yeah,
but I am used to it. No
Okay.
problem.
All right.
So in the post he said bill of sale. Title at DMV. So I assumed in his post he meant I got the title.
You were
at the
just
DMV.
looking at buzzwords. You were looking
Yeah.
at title, okay, got it.
And I'm also
4-wheeler title. All right.
I'm doing what every conspiracy theorist do. Is I have my theory and then I build the evidence around the theory.
You wanted it so bad that you made it what you
You
wanted.
take the conspiracy theory and you build yourself into it.
Yeah.
It clearly says he doesn't have the title, but I bet he has the title.
This must be broken English.
Yeah, of course he has the title.
Boat trailer?
So the first the problem was he goes to start it for me and battery's dead.
Yes.
So then he's like, shit, I left the key on. So
That's what you would have done. Did you hug him?
Yeah.
Here's what happened.
Yeah.
He's either separated or divorced. He had the kids that day, and he was at his new place, and he left the 4-wheeler at the old place with the ex-wife, and he probably hasn't run that thing in months
not
because they've
bad.
been separated.
That's not bad.
That's why he had the kids. It was
That's not
early
bad.
day. He had to pick them up.
Yeah.
So then
That's good.
So it's got
He needs the money for child support, so he's got to sell this 4-wheeler.
It's got a Kickstarter. He's kicking it, but he's limp footing it. Also he didn't know how to get the seat off to show me the battery and everything. I was like, well, how much do you know about this thing? Like, what?
Yeah, I only steal them, man. I don't run them.
So then I'm like kickstarting it for
Don't
him.
shoot the Steeler. Shoot the.
and then we get it. It's got flat tires because I haven't run in a while. But
it's cherry, guys. Remember, it's cherry. Battery. The tires are all flat. Yeah, it's a wonderful deal.
Great deal.
Why wouldn't you want this?
It's still got knobbies on the tires. Like no one's ever used it.
Yeah,
Doesn't
but
have a
flat. Oh yeah, he
it's
stole
dusty.
this thing.
It's dusty. Like it doesn't have any.
Yeah, but like bikes
dirt
that
on
sit
it.
for a while are bad too, man.
It was running in the video.
Yeah, but the video's from 2018. It was before COVID.
Did you see his face in the video?
Also,
A whole newspaper up in the video.
He then explained that he bought this for one of his babies. And then,
I buy this for baby. Baby's not going to run.
and then I was like, well, you bought this for a baby? Like, is that
I'm not
Don't
smart.
ask
Like,
questions.
There's a big crossbuster of under
Yes,
12.
there's no babies on
is
it.
not allowed on it.
Yeah.
Like it's built for over 12 and over.
How old are your children?
I was going to say, you've never put a kid on a motorized vehicle that was too big for them?
No, of course not.
That's different.
He
But
bought
not
an electric scooter and rocketed Tommy on his head in his driveway.
Let he use without saying cast the first cherry.
Yeah, no, I understand. My sons are, I forgot their age.
8 and 9.
At least you remember their boys this time.
But I'm not putting a baby on a 90cc four-wheeler. Like,
but you have
You
tried.
wanted to? Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't you already buy them shit that they couldn't fit on when they were
Yeah,
toddlers?
he did.
No, but it was a tiny electric Razor four-wheeler that was for
No,
babies.
but Tommy couldn't drive it. He drove it into the gutter and crashed.
And a van, and it got on, what was that thing called?
No, that was a Power
Fail-
Wheels.
Fail-
That was a Power Wheels.
So I was like,
And then, no offense, Crystal, this guy's wife's smarter. She's divorcing him.
So I take off. The tires are flat. I'm driving up and down the street. I'm like, all right, runs good. So I could tell. I know four wheelers. This thing, I can tell a piece of shit.
Okay.
I have pieces of shit. Like when I go to sell my shit,
this ran good.
When they drive away, I'm gonna be like, poor motherfucker. Just like you
So
get
the
pulled over
same-
by the
yeah,
cops.
okay.
Yeah.
Because that person just bought what I know of is to be a rusty hunk of junk.
Gotcha.
But this is cherry. I'm talking
And you want
nubbies on the tires. I want it bad. And I'm like, this is a good deal for this. Like, this you're brand new, $3,500 all day. Anyway, so he's like, all right. I'm like, all right, sounds good. I'm like, do you have a title? He's like, only bill of sale. And then I'm like, oh, shit. And I'm like,
Only bill of sale. I like your voices.
And then so he gives me the bill of sale, which is from the previous owner to him, and then he tells me a story that.
And to be fair, that is worth the paper it's printed on.
Then he tells me a story of.
I love stories.
I never got.
The stories always hold up to cops when you have a stolen four-wheeler.
Dude, the DMV loves a good tale.
Yeah, tell them the tales.
Well, this all ties into my boat trip. So I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, fuck. So then I'm like, can you look up the title to see, because if the original owner on this bill of sale is attached to the title of this bike, then it's fine. I can get it titled under
Sure.
my name. But if it's not, then
yeah.
I'm fucked. And then I got probably either a stolen or just a mystery four-wheeler, and just like my trailer
you built.
Homemade.
There's no homemade four-wheeler. And so then I'm like, well, then he's like, I'll call the owner, because it was my
Thought
buddy.
he
right?
was the owner.
Well, no, he's the
former owner.
Yeah. So then he calls.
No, I don't trust this piece of paper you have, sir. Call a number of your own devising.
So then
Call your friend and let me talk to him.
So I call my problem solver, Crystal, which
Wait, I thought you solved her problems.
No, it was a different day. It was Tuesdays. It's Tuesdays and Thursdays you solve hers, and then Monday, Wednesday, Friday she solves yours.
And then she's
Oh, I bet she was pissed.
Where are you? Are you at Lowe's? I'm still in bed. No.
She's like, didn't you verify this guy had the
Right.
title? And she's like, don't buy some stolen shit that you like when I
Can he
hang
hear
up on
this
her.
through the phone? Can he hear this?
No, he's talking to the owner.
The babies are yelling.
And then he hangs up. He's like, owner says, all good.
Oh, great.
So that gave me a little boost.
Perfect.
And then I sat there and I thought, and I was like, don't you do it, you dumb motherfucker. Don't you get into the same shit you got into a million times. You're going to be boat trailer all over again.
Yeah.
Before Sam and Dan are going to be yelling at me, you're going to be bitching that you got some stolen
Well,
four-wheeler
it would spiral out and be a bigger problem had you purchased it. It would have.
Well, before he tells us he did buy it, let me just. How important is a title to a four-wheeler? Because you're never driving it on the road.
Right. We talked
about
You're never
that.
getting pulled over by the cops and having to show like your insurance or anything, right?
Yeah.
And you're just taking
We
it on a
talked about that
trailer
this morning.
to this one place where you drive it around in the woods, and it would never come up.
It's not that important, but with the places I do take it to, they ask for VIN numbers and to get a sticker for the park.
Oh, they
like
do.
a Croom Forest. Yeah, I don't know. Now,
you know how people take advantage of stuff and then that makes
I
it
mean,
so
you
they
can
have
give them
to.
the VIN without the title, right?
you
Yeah,
can make
you could.
but
Well, it's got a VIN.
If the I
It
don't
just
know.
has that
Well,
VIN
are
that
they
reported
looking it up
stolen.
and checking to see
True.
if what
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
in
yeah.
I
there
don't
is
think so.
stolen?
And now the answer is it probably doesn't matter, Ross.
Okay.
And I know that information too.
Sure.
No one really gives a shit, especially with kids' four-wheelers. Like, it's not registered for the road, so
99 times out of
it's like
100,
boat
not
trailers.
going to be a problem.
And
Yeah.
they steal these things and sell them all the time.
Sure.
Everybody's got some shit. No one registers nothing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I know that, and I want this the chair
Right.
four-wheeler.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Are you trying to rationalize it a little bit in your mind?
oh
Like,
yeah, I stood there.
up, down, up, down.
I stood there and I was like, I'm like, be the young Tom you know you are, and just take the chance and buy
Did you get
this
a boner
shit.
when you said that?
I just buy this shit, take it home. Your sons will be
What
so
about-
happy.
what about this one? Did
You'll
you
have
consider-
the deal. You'll get the cherry deal, and
yeah.
then you'll tell all your friends.
Did you consider going like, hey, listen, I appreciate you making the call and everything. Thanks for letting me know everything's on the up and up, but this is going to be a big hassle. Can you knock $1,000 off?
Hey, this guy's got the goods.
Yeah.
The problem with that, Ross, I contemplated that, but if he agrees to that, then I know for sure it's stolen.
So everything's about board at that point.
I don't want to live with myself. I don't want to buy some stolen shit.
Then why are you on Facebook Marketplace?
Right.
Are you like me then? Right, here's me. I want to buy stolen shit. I just don't want you to blatantly give me all the clues that it is stolen shit. I want you to do
Hey, he called his friend and verified everything was good.
I want ignorance of bliss. I don't want to know.
I'm a little conflicted on this. This morning I was proud of you for doing the right thing and not causing yourself more headache. But now, after you and I have talked it out, we talked it out a little bit earlier, then Ross brings it up again about how often are people checking to see if you have paperwork on your four-wheeler.
When you go to Facebook Marketplace, you just accept. Like, my wife got me a Bosu ball. Those are like $225. She got it for like $20. I just assume it was stolen. I can still do myotactic crunches on it just fine.
And not everything is stolen. It's hard to steal four-wheelers, really.
Really? I imagine you could pick this thing up with 2 hands.
You're pretty strong. Look
at him trying to justify it still.
I think you could carry 2, and you got a bad shoulder, but I think you could do it.
The guy lived in a nice house. He had a nice Jeep. I don't know if
this thing was
stolen. It was stolen.
This thing was flat.
We don't know if it was his house or his Jeep.
He had 2 babies. This guy's not a thief.
The battery was dead. All 4 tires were flat.
People with children, they don't steal it all.
Babies.
And also, most people don't sell stolen merchandise through their personal Facebooks. You know what I'm saying?
What are you talking
about?
about?
This guy was from Tampa.
Because it's easy to catch.
I don't think it was stolen. I think this guy's like you, and he just didn't have his shit together.
Exactly. Yeah. And then I said, no deal, got in my truck, and drove back.
Wow.
Didn't even listen to
Did
podcast.
not expect that.
Drove back in silence, mad the whole time.
What'd you say to him? Why'd you say you didn't buy it? Did you blame it on your wife?
No, I said I can't buy this without a title because...
Did he say, you dumbass, I put it in the fucking Facebook
Did he balk at all?
No, he was... No,
or was he like, I understand?
No, yeah, he said he understood. And he's like, I could try to get the title and call you back at a,
Why don't you do that? Why don't you fucking do
And I was like, I know you're not going to do that.
That's like Chick-fil-A's style service.
Whatever you're saying, this is the end of my dream. Like, we can only
Did you tell him that? Did you tell him he killed your dream? That's a good play. You killed my dream.
Either I come home
I killed your dream.
Either I come home with it now or I never see you again. Like, that's how
Why
it
didn't
works.
you ask him before you made the drive?
Well,
he thought, he was assuming.
He
assumed he saw title in there. He saw title in there.
Yeah.
You're mad at yourself.
I jumped to a lot of conclusions.
That's why he drove home in silence.
Conclusions.
Do you want to know why he drove home in silence? He drove home in silence to punish himself because he was mad at himself.
Well, this is the man that wants to solve other people's problems.
And our company problems.
I'm good at solving other people's problems.
No, you're not. Your track record is not good.
Call me with any problem, I'll solve it.
That's what I want to do. I want to do people solving problems. That's my new bit.
You got a problem, I'll solve it.
All these four-wheelers, they're stolen.
You promise you can't stop jumping to conclusions. You started jumping. He has the title. Oh, it's good to go. You just gotta jump to another conclusion. Yeah, it's not stolen. Oh, it'll be okay. Keep jumping to conclusions.
Yeah, jump till you can't jump.
If you live that way. You can't stop in the middle.
Can we call him now?
No.
Please.
Let's call him and go get it. Let's go get it.
I'm going to St. Cloud today for another.
God.
Are we going to talk on the way there?
Number 2.
He's going to take you with him.
How many times are you going to do this and get skunked? How many times do you think you can get skunked?
This time is.
This time it's for real.
I said,
let me see the ad.
I'm taking my four-wheeler
Let me read the ad for you.
Now, he did. I said, do you have the title? And he said, all the paperwork.
That means no. He didn't specifically say yes to the title. That means no.
He gave me the gist that he's got the title. He wouldn't say all the paperwork.
The gist.
And I know if you give me your home address, you're like a little more honest. If I'm meeting you,
I don't know
Walmart,
where you're coming up with these rules.
I know the Craigslist rules. I've been doing this for a long time.
One of these days,
home address, you're telling the truth 80% of the time.
I am amazed that you continue to do this and then you continue to enjoy it. Seemingly enjoy it.
It's this one in St. Cloud. I'm messaging him right now that I'm on the way. Don't sell it. I'm on the way.
He already guaranteed it to me.
So did you tell the boys?
I took a picture of the money and sent it to him.
Did you tell the boys that you were like going to get this four-wheeler so they'd be all excited and you came home with nothing?
Well, they don't really care. Like you would assume.
That was the part I laughed about when he said he was going to come home with the four-wheeler and the boys would be totally excited.
Yeah.
This is not. I'm not saying this to be mean. Yeah. I've never seen your boys totally excited. excited.
They're like, we
about
already have
anything.
four-wheelers. I'm like, yeah, but they're too small. You need to upgrade to the bigger one so
Okay.
you can go faster.
They'll be like, okay.
They're like me. They're not excited. It's horrible to live with me.
And two little versions.
Anyway, so that's it.
All right. Well,
I'll
good luck
tell you
with
that.
it.
I'll tell you that story on Monday.
Lots to look forward to on Monday, man.
Kayak this
I'm
thing.
going to try and finish my scooter this weekend. I tried soldering last weekend. Got the metal on my hands, scream, burning. Burned my fingers all to shit. Like,
yeah, but you're learning how to do it. That's how you learn.
Soldering,'s terrible. It's not fun. And when you don't know what you're doing and you're just watching YouTube videos, you fuck it all up. I fucked it all up.
Yeah, but how fulfilled will you feel after this is all said and done and you solder?
I'm going to make
yourself,
a prediction. I'm going to make a prediction. I will die before I get this scooter done.
No,
I'm in a trough right now.
You need my help.
I'm sad right now.
I'll come over there.
Anything but your help.
weekend.
Anything but your help.
Let's plan a weekend. I'll help you finish it.
No.
Me and
Send
you.
Crystal.
Oh no, I
don't think we can do it.
do it with you. And if you read the instructions, I'll do the lifting.
No, it's not. There's no lifting.
Well,
everything's in. It's wiring now.
Every piece he's replaced is about an inch, an inch and a half long. Yeah.
Everything
I'm not so
I've
good at
got,
the details part of it.
Okay,
You need something lifted.
Let me bring.
You need to lift it into
Let
the
me
truck.
bring the studio
You know
up to
what?
speed. It's ready.
I'm 100% on Crystal's side now. You're solving problems that don't even fucking exist. Are you just telling her you need something lifted every time she comes to you?
Well, that's what I'm good at. The wiring and the details.
Crystal's like, this guy at work was well, no, that's bad because she works with Bart. This guy in the street was sexually inappropriate to me, and you're like, what do you need, a jar of pickles open?
Oh my god!
Wait a minute, that's on brand. You didn't mean to do that, but you did it.
Just give me an achievable task.
It's too hard. The wire. I have to change the whole loom. So I took these two wires out. All I had to do is change there's a little switch for the brake. It sits on the body of the bike, and then the brake pedal, when you press it with your foot, it just touches this little plastic piece.
I saw your post about it.
And you can see it on my Instagram. If you go to Mediocre Dan on Instagram, you'll see it. That little piece, I swear, it's like $11. The old one broke. I put it all together. I had to solder these two little wires onto like these two little copper L's. I did the worst fucking job. Now, it looks like it's attached, but it looks like shit.
Well, that's all you need.
I burned my hands all up. I got it in there. So next thing I got to do is attach the back brake to the brake pedal. And then hopefully this weekend I'll plug it in, charge it. And hopefully, since everything is attached, the engine's in, or motor is in, the bolts are all in, everything's in. If I get that back wheel rolling, lights or no lights, I'll get a video of me riding it.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite part of this is? And I've seen it happen to my dad a million times, is you did this solder job, and like next weekend when it doesn't work and you take it to a professional...
It's not going to work.
And then you take it to a professional guy on a trailer, he's going to pop it open and he's going to be like, who the fuck did this solder job? That's what's all
That's what
fucked
they
up.
always do.
I've seen it happen to my dad a million fucking times.
Yeah, that's what I did. I was welding with my buddy Shane Bow on this bike originally. I welded the center stand. He came back to it because, he toots now and again. And he's like, who the fuck welded this? I was like, motherfucker, you taught me. You watched me weld that. And I burned the shit out of you. Watched me do that.
Uh-huh.
Or you ride out of your garage and get hit by a semi. Like that hawk that they say. There's an internet video of them releasing some hawk and then a semi.
I'm like, here it is. Got it ready.
Wish there was a cop.
Yeah. I don't want that to happen, but how funny would it be?
It would be. It would be pretty enjoyable.
Anyway,
let's get out of here.
Ross, where are you?
Oh, man, I got a busy September.
Where are you?
September 4th, I'm at Will's. Dan's going to come to that one. Come see us at Will's Pub on the 4th. The 15th, I'm going to be at Moe's. I'm going to be at Tuffy's for the Let's Call Moe's Comedy Jam up there. You guys heard the lineup for that one. It's going to be really good. And then I'm super excited about this. The 23rd of September at the Bull and Bush. That's a 4th of 5 Saturday month. So I get to put on a show. I'm bringing Alex Libby down from Atlanta. We're doing underwear comedy at the Bull and Bush.
Rad.
Did you ever come out to any of those shows when Joe Pettis was doing them, Dan?
I do. Yeah, I came to one.
They're a lot of fun.
I came to one of the when Pettis did it, and because he was doing the Atlanta shows. What was it? Free comedy and beer and his India shirt.
Oh, you did it up in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I have that shirt.
Hell
and
yeah.
I wore it around
Beer and
Atlanta.
comedy. Yeah. But Joe's got married. He's bought a house now. He's passed on the torch to Alex Libby. We're bringing her down to run the underwear comedy show at the Bull and Bush, mainly because I've lost a lot of weight and I want to show it off.
Yeah.
September 26th. That's my birthday, and my kids have a dentist appointment. That was just in my calendar, you guys.
Nice.
Tots with Ross. We just did one with Kevin Dean, who you're going to see at Mo's Comedy Jam up at Tuffy's. Really good episode. He tells a story about almost drowning in the Wet n Wild wave pool. That was fucking awesome. And Dan, you got to check out this song. Did you play Cyberpunk 2077?
I did.
Did you watch the show? On Netflix?
I didn't know there was a show.
Okay. It's called Edge Runners. It's fucking awesome. And they have this song in it called I Want to Stay at Your House that they use like an emotional fucking weapon in the show. It's a great song.
Okay.
And here's what I'm telling you about it. If you look up the song, look up who sings it. There's 2 singers listed. One of them is the human lady who sings the song, and one of them is the character that she voices in the video game, which I don't know that has ever been done before, that like a video game character is listed as a song singer, as a credit on a song. It's really neat.
That is cool.
And again, the song is fucking amazing. Check that out.
All right, cool. Hey, I love new music, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
What's on Semantics this week?
So this week we are going to have our friend Crystal, formerly on the Swervy Jones show. She just went up and did the Bourbon Trail in Kentucky, which is something I'm interested in. So we're going to chat with her about that. And
Bourbon Trail is what Tom calls the front of his pants.
Ew. And our buddy Paul, aka Smooth Nipples, he was with me at the last weekend in Tampa for that really shitty concert, and he just had a new baby. So congrats to him, and we're going to chat with him.
Is that 3 babies now? 2 babies? 2 babies. Congrats, man. Very cool.
All right. If you want to sign up to become a BDM, you can go to TOMANDDAN20.com.
Yeah, lots to look forward to, man. Looks like we're going to have a heck of a good show on Monday. Is there any other little tidbits we need to tell people that they can take advantage of this weekend?
This weekend, well, there's
Engineering Weekend.
Engineering Weekend at the Science Center.
Music and Mayhem. You can stop by the History Center if you want to check that out.
Yeah.
I got a lot of friends that went out to that after they heard us walk through that exhibit. Go check it out.
And mark your calendars, because November 18th is the Bad at Business Beer Fest.
Yep.
We're doing that again. And the next day is Sofas and Suds. So it's back to the Sanford Booze Fest weekend.
Yes. If you live down there, get ready to complain, because we are going to stomp them good. Man. All the yards, all the flowers.
You know what? Speaking of Sanford, I forgot about this. Larry Fulford's got Shane Torres in Sanford.
That's right.
Tonight.
Yep.
Right on.
Man,
We talked to Shane.
If you live in fucking Sanford and you're within walking distance or driving distance of that show, go see it, because that guy's a fucking monster, and Larry's pretty funny too.
That's at the West End too.
Yeah.
Heck of a lineup too.
That venue is really cool.
That'll be really fun. Go check it out.
All right, guys. We will see you on Monday.
Bye, guys.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.